Jay Crawford, Adam the Bull, Garrett Bush, Dustin Fox, Jason Lloyd, Tyvis Powell, plus, ba-da-da-da-da, you're loving him, Mikey McNuggets. And so many big names, it would take me hours to say all of their names. The ultimate Cleveland sports show starts now. Booyah!
Welcome, everybody, to the latest edition of the Ultimate Cleveland Sports Show, along with G. Bush, Dustin Fox, Tyvis Powell. I'm Adam the Bull, and there's plenty on the docket for today. We've got Mike, Anthony, Steve, and Earl all with us today. It's all hands on deck on this Tuesday, guys. We're going to talk a lot about the Browns' loss to Minnesota. Obviously, Dustin and Tyvis were not here. We'll have Mary Kay Cabot and Aditi Kinkhabwala with us, and we'll try to figure out what is going on with Jerry Jeudy. That all coming up. First, we'll say hello to Mike. Mike, how you doing today?
Doing good, guys. Doing good. We got a couple announcements we got to get to before we dive into our topics today. But before we do that, in the 120 seconds before the show started, Bull pulled up a picture.
Oh, yeah.
That he wanted to.
Well, let me give background here
first. Give us the context. Then I'll tell everyone about our announcement. Then we'll dive into the show.
So on my podcast this morning, for whatever reason, I was like in just a weird state. I was very emotional, and I was talking about the kids that I'm coaching. I talked about it obviously here yesterday a little bit, and we were talking about winning the championship in baseball, and it just took me down a road that I was very introspective, and I was thinking about a lot of different things. And then it came up. I was like, man, my hair is a mess. I need to get a haircut. And so I told the story about how I once dyed my hair blonde when I was in college because a girl told me she thought it would look good. So, you're trying to get some action. I'm like, okay, maybe I'll hook up with this girl if I dye my hair blonde. I did it. I did not hook up with her. Did not get that action I was looking for. But whatever. I thought it looked pretty stupid, but I did it for a little while. And so people were making suggestions, the fans were making suggestions on what I should do with my hair. So one person said mohawk, and then one guy said, you should get cornrows. And I said, well, can white guys do cornrows? Is that even possible? And supposedly it is. So a friend of mine who was watching the podcast used AI, of course, to make a picture of me with cornrows. And here it is. There it is.
Bro,
I kind of like it. I think I'd look good. I kind of like that look.
It would have.
You look gangster, dude.
It's fine. It would be. It shocked me if I walked in. I see that I'd be speechless.
Bro, it looked like you one of them. You look like they found you on Grand Theft Auto 3.
You ain't even got no design. He gave you the straight back.
The straight back. Them is the prison joints.
I feel like in that picture, if I said that my grandfather was black, you'd buy it. Right?
Yeah,
If I said that.
Yeah. You look like an albino.
Yeah.
You definitely look mixed.
Hey,
I look a little mixed there.
Yeah.
You definitely look like the mixed guy, the mixed muscle from the Gambino crime family.
No, you said something else before.
No, that was funny. I said
I like that one.
I said, man, he looked like he was a pit boss. He had a casino in what's the name?
Total Recall.
In Total Recall.
Total Recall.
That's crazy.
Oh, man.
Yeah, you definitely got brass knuckles.
I can't pull that off, though. I look much cooler with the cornrows than I do with my current hair.
I think they might. Yeah. I think you might actually get pulled over by driving too. You might start getting pulled over too.
Yeah, that's true.
We got to get this dude.
I don't know. I might take a chance. So you never know. Maybe I'll grow my hair long. Do I have to have? Is it that my hair is not long enough, or is it that it's too thin?
No,
it's definitely not long enough.
Well, I know. Is it? I mean, that's pretty good hair coverage for 54.
Your coverage is fine, dude, but you'd have to let it grow for 6 to 8 months, dude.
I can't do that.
No way.
I can't do that.
I'm doing it right now.
Are you really? Are you going to do cornrows?
No, I don't know what I'm going to do. I just haven't cut my hair.
It's difficult.
Have you ever had cornrows?
I did. I had them for 1 week.
And I guess you didn't like it.
Was
it painful?
The person that did it braided them way too tight.
Yeah.
And I was like, I ain't never going through that again. Yeah.
Man,
But that's not.
Doesn't it take hours to get done?
Yeah.
Hey, I used to have baby locks. I used to have locks, and it's so tiring. You got to go. That's why black people spend so much time in barbershops and hair salons. You go,
Yeah.
And you got to be there, and you be there 3-4 hours. You got to get it washed. You got to get it retwist. Then you got to sit up underneath the hair dryer for about 45 minutes with clamps on your hair. I'm like, all this to get my hair to lock up? I'm going to get this number one fade. Give me a fade. Give me a taper. I'm out of here.
That's why I respect Earl. Whenever Earl gets his hair done, whether it's
how long is he there
retwisted,
for?
retwisted.
5 hours.
Like 4 or 5 hours.
5 hours.
It's really 4 or 5 hours?
Yeah.
That's like a
minimum.
It's like going to the DMV. Well, no, going to the DMV here is easy. That's like going to the DMV in New York.
Oh, yeah.
You're there all day. You got to take the day off.
That's like going to anytime you need to get a new cell phone. Like
it's not as bad as it used to be.
It's gotten better because of like the clouds that these Apple uses or these companies use. But like, man, back in the day, if you needed a new phone,
you there all day.
You'd think you would be in and out of there in like 45 minutes, but every time it's 3 hours.
I don't even have to. I don't even go to the store to get a new phone now.
Get it sent in the mail.
Yeah.
Is there anything worse than knowing you're going to buy a car?
Oh, that's the worst.
And then you already know what it is, because when you go and you get there, it's like, okay, I know I'm going to get a car. But see, when you poor, it ain't about going to get the car you want. It's about the one they're going to give you.
Like, who's going to give you the loan?
Which one of these is y'all going to let me get? Like, you know what I'm saying? let me know which one it is. And then you got to go through the cycles, and then you might go in and come back and they be like, ooh, we got this one out here, but the interest payment is 39.5%. I said, what? 39? That's crazy work.
Yeah, right. Those things can be crazy.
Give me that Prius.
Certified. And then you're paying, and then you're sitting there doing paperwork for like hours and hours.
And then you get 17 hits on your credit report. That little credit report thing you got on someone is fraudulent. Someone's using your social.
Credit Karma hits you.
You have to sign so many different documents when you buy a car.
Yeah, you're there
it's like like 100 documents.
I know, it's so annoying. And most of them are useless. Yeah. And then they try to talk you into like, do you want this package and that package? And then you forget which package you bought, so you don't even use it anyway.
Dude, we always forget. Like Sarah was asking the other day, did we get the tire package?
Right.
Like, I don't know.
I had to call the dealership. I was like, did I pay for the oil changes?
Yes.
I don't remember. I don't have anything here.
Yes.
I signed 87 papers, but I don't have any information on hand.
Yeah.
I have no idea what
that's why you need an Asian accountant. We pay for everything.
Only you can get away with saying that.
You can get away with that because your wife.
Yeah, my wife is Asian. Yeah, that ain't that the craziest thing.
You're black and your wife's Asian.
Yeah.
So I got a lot more.
And by the way, my grandmother is 1/3 Cherokee Indian.
Oh man, you
so I got it covered. Yeah, I got it all. Bases all covered. I need that. That means I should get all kind of reparations or something, right?
Yeah.
I should get the whole stimulus package.
We got one other special announcement we got to get to before we dive into today's show. But you guys have been asking for this for a long time. Yeah. And it takes a lot more logistical and effort to make it a reality than it is just as easy to say.
Yeah.
But we are doing this Sunday, for the first time ever, a live post-game show on location at Sweet Pork Wilson's in Lakewood. We want you guys to come out, watch the game with us. We're going to get there before the game. We're going to watch the entire game at Sweet Pork Wilson's. Hopefully we get a bunch of you guys to come in, hang out with us, watch the game with us. Then we'll be going live the same time we do for a normal 2-minute warning show at the 2-minute warning from Sweet Pork Wilson's, all together with our remote equipment. We'll have Steve back here or Ant back here punching up the show, but coming out with us on Sunday. Sweet Pork Wilson's, one of our favorite restaurants in Cleveland.
What time you guys
We're friends with
there?
Ramadi. I'm going to guess Ramadi and Jason own the spot. They're awesome. We'll get there probably around 12, 12:30. Game starts at 1. We'll go live around 4 once the 2-minute warning hits. We'll do a full post-game show just like we always do, but we want to do it with you guys. So come hang out with us on Sunday at Sweet Pork Wilson's. Let's pack the place out.
It's not in Lakewood, by the way. It's in Cleveland.
Oh, because it's on the left side of the street?
It's on the borderline, but it's technically in Cleveland.
It's right off 117th in Madison.
Right. Yes.
So it's really good food. Come hang out with us. We hope to see as many of you guys there as we can.
Great food. It's the best barbecue that I've had in Cleveland.
It's a good time. Real good people.
Random question before we get started.
Yeah.
Do we have a consequence for last place in the fantasy league?
That is crazy.
Why? You're not going to be in last place.
No, but and
Evan 419 are like buried in those final two spots.
Yeah.
I lost to Mike Polk this week. And I had a good week. He had a huge week. All the complaining he did, he had to put up a huge number.
Sell the team. Ant need to sell the team.
Yeah, Anthony.
Hey, I would just like to say I'm taking my banner home for the year. I was ahead of Earl for about 6 hours, and then I lost. But I'll take that 6 hours.
All right, guys, let's dive into topics today. We're going to get started after a quick word from FanDuel. The NFL season is almost here, and FanDuel is making sure you're ready for kickoff with a can't-miss offer. Right now, new customers can bet $5, and if that $5 bet wins, you get $300 in bonus bets to use across the app. So are you ready to play? If you are, download the FanDuel app right now by visiting FanDuel.com/UCSS to get started. That is FanDuel.com/UCSS to place your first $5 bet. All right, guys, Tyvis and Dustin weren't here yesterday when we talked about Dillon Gabriel and Kevin Stefanski, so I wanted to kind of further that discussion, but start off in a different direction. When you look at Dillon Gabriel's pass chart from his first NFL start against the Minnesota Vikings, you'll see a lot of underneath passes. The majority of his passes came within that 10-yard and in range. If you go back and look at a lot of
really
Joe Flacco's.
5 and in, Mike. I mean, if you look at the majority of them, it's really 5 and in.
5 and in, I'm just going on the graphic where everyone can see specifically. If you look at Joe Flacco's pass charts from previous weeks, they looked very similar to this. Steve, we don't have a graphic for that, so don't try and find it. The question I had, Tyvis, you have brought this up before. Quarterbacks under Kevin Stefanski have seemed to turn into more check-down merchants than quarterbacks who are attempting to push the ball downfield. Do you think that's more a result of Kevin Stefanski's system or in the talent at quarterback the Browns have been putting out there? Or do you think there's no validity to the idea that he's actually turning some of these quarterbacks into check-down merchants?
Oh, no, there's validity in it. But with Dillon Gabriel, that one, you got to kind of throw that out the window for a little bit. The reason I say that is because I think that this game plan was very conservative. I think that they tried to give him all the easy throws. I don't think that they gave him a full playbook with explosive plays and things like that. To me, it came off as, we know that you're a timing quarterback. We know that you get the ball out your hands in a timely manner, so we're only going to run routes that benefits you. You know, the furthest pass he threw was at the end of the game to Isaiah Bond, maybe, something like that. So it's not like he tried to push the ball down the field. This game plan was tailored for him to do that. So I can't really say, you know, on this particular game that Kevin's system is making him be that. Like if you asked me this question 2 weeks from now and the chart looks like that, yeah. But I definitely feel that way with Baker. I feel that way with Deshaun, and I definitely feel that way with Joe. That all of those guys, first couple of years under Kevin, they were down the field with the ball, and then as they continued to work with Kevin more and more, the passes started to come more quicker. So, I mean, that's just what it is. But, again, that's part of what the West Coast offense is getting the ball out your hand quick. So it kind of falls in rhythm step to what they're doing now. If you want to say you are not a fan of the West Coast offense, that's a totally different story, and I'll hear that. But there are other programs in the NFL that runs the West Coast offense, and they do a great job of pushing the ball down the field. So that's my 2 cents on that. But I won't blame Kevin all the way 100% on this one because it's a rookie's first start. You don't want to put too much on his plate. You want to make it kind of easy for him, and that's what they did.
I mean, I kind of agree with Tyvis for the most part. I think that this game in particular is difficult to kind of be like, okay, this is what Kevin Stefanski is. But because we have such a big sample size with previous quarterbacks, yeah, I think it sort of is what he's asking these quarterbacks to do. With Gabriel, though, he is a rookie. He's going to try to get the ball out of his hands as quick as possible. They don't have a lot of weapons, obviously, on the outside in terms of wide receivers. So I'm baffled by the lack of offense right now, guys. And yeah, they played a rookie, and it was a tough spot to start. You know, short week on the road in London, all those things are certainly factors into this equation. But guys, I mean, this is painful to watch. I mean, it's absolutely brutal. I mean, this offense is like setting back football.
Years.
I mean, really, really bad. I watch a lot of bad football, guys. I mean, I'm not the top crew at ESPN, so I travel around. You know, I'm in the Sun Belt and the MAC and
the old AAC Conference USA game.
I covered UAB on Saturday.
Yeah.
I mean, that set offense is back a little bit. But no, I'm kind of joking. But you know what I'm saying? This is just bad. It's bad offense right now. And these are professionals. UAB's not getting paid. There's no NIL.
Nobody at UAB's getting an NIL?
No, I don't think so.
I
think they had like 40 grand or something.
UAB is the
quarterbacks getting like free food for
UAB is the place that you go if you in a junior college and you want to play D1. You go to UAB.
Listen, they still giving Pell Grant the OIG. They give them. They still presenting. Hey, you get free books here. You're like, but I thought all people got free books. Yeah, man. I've said this before, Bull. Like this nasty work. It's really nasty. And good job by you yesterday. You listen. I wanted to commend you for coming around. I wanted to commend you for taking the first step. The first step in recovery
is admitting
that you were bamboozled. They bamboozled you. They got you. They made you feel like you were being reasonable by sticking with Stefanski. And hey, but this happened and that happened. But sometimes you just wake up and look in the mirror and say, I just can't do this anymore.
No, you know what they do? This is what the Browns do, and it kind of makes me feel some type of way sometimes. This is my issue, is that you watch the game, I know the game. Like, I've played it, I know the game. But then they'll say something to make me be like, maybe I didn't see it that way. Like, they try to make you see it in a different light. But at the end of the day, it's like, no, I was right the entire time, but you just made me second guess myself. That's what they do.
Human nature is we are creatures who are remorseful, contrite, and want to give opportunities to people. We are all people. I
don't know about everybody.
See, I just gave you a compliment. Here you go backsliding. Now we want to look. Kevin Stefanski is a great guy. I think he's a good, solid man. I think he's a good dude. Right? I think he's principled. I like his even demeanor. And it makes it very difficult for you to come up here and say that somebody is doing that bad of a job. And it makes you want to say, okay, well, look, let me look at all the reasons why this could be possibly true, right? And it works. That thing happens to everybody. But you got to go back to the bare minimum. You got to get back to the ground level of things and say, if you are a coordinator, right, and you're an offensive coordinator, you are judged based on how well your offense does, right? Just the same way you guys are players. If you guys were your film grade, you might get 1 or 2 games where you can grade at a 40 or 50%, but they're going to make you know it that week too. And that by that second week, they might even pull you into the office. Hey, listen, I don't know what's going on. Is you and your girlfriend in trouble? What's going on at home? You should worry about something. By that third week, they're getting somebody else ready to go. It's at big time programs like that. So for me, we here 6 years later, and he's being represented by his body of work. I'm not saying it because I don't like him. His body of work is telling me what it is. The thing ain't look different. And Tyvis, remember, they told us Deshaun put the Molotov cocktail in the building and blew it up. They said that was Deshaun. But the quarterback since, I haven't seen the improvement.
I'm going to say something. This is going to be very controversial.
Okay.
And I shouldn't say it, but I'm going to just say it.
Now, hold on. When you preface, this is a bull story. That better be good. It better be good.
Because when I say this, people going to take it the wrong way. So I have to explain it. When you hear what I say, it's going to sound crazy, but I'm going to explain it.
All right.
I agree with Deshaun with why he wanted to change the playbook. I agree. Like, when they first got together and they sat down and watched tape and he was like, oh, yeah, I like that. And then a year later, they was like, nah, this ain't going to work. We need a whole new type of offense.
Well, that didn't work either.
It didn't, but I understand why he wanted to change, though.
Okay.
I kind of see it. Like, it just lacks explosiveness. Like, to me, and I just think that's the biggest problem. Like, we've been sitting here. This is 2 years. Last year we said it. This year we said it. They don't stretch the field. Like, there's nothing there outside of this great run game, which Quinshawn is a beast because everybody know that Quinshawn's getting the ball, and Quinshawn still finds ways to be effective in the game. That's crazy when you ain't got no passing attack and you're still able to do those things. So he is special. But, like, it's just kind of boring to watch now. Like, it's like, dude, like, I'm still waiting on the bang aids. Oh, Steve wanted me to tell you what a bang aid is. That's when you run like 7-step post.
Skinny post.
Yeah, 7-step skinny post route. They run the play action, that linebacker step up, they throw the ball right past them. Amari Cooper killed with it. Jerry Jeudy should be killing with it.
Let me ask you this then, because it seems like you're getting there. I want to make sure you get to this. Would you say Stefanski's system's failing his quarterbacks then?
Okay, go ahead. You answer, and then because that brings me to my point.
I said that about what I said. What I tell y'all that like a week or two ago. I said that. I just feel like quarterbacks again. The longer that they're with him, the more that they. I don't know if it's that he scared them off of throwing interceptions, so they like, well, I don't want Kevin to be mad, so I'm gonna just throw this check down and play it safe. Which, okay, you live to see another down, but I mean, when Jameis took over and Jameis had these good games, remember, Kevin was not calling those plays. Like that's the one thing we have to remember, that the last time we seen explosive quarterback play came from Jameis. Like, that's crazy. And he wasn't calling the plays. Okay. Now, I get what all you guys are saying. I agree with all of it. G alluded to the point that I went on a rant yesterday about how I'm done, and Sunday. I'm done with Kevin. I'm ready to move on. To me, he's not the answer. Now, again, Jimmy is one of the worst owners in sports, so he will probably screw up the next hire, and the next coach probably won't be any better. But what I'm not going to do, and I'm starting to see you guys do it, and Mike led you there with the question, and I'm seeing fans do this nonsense. What I'm not in for is that now we're going to blame Kevin for all the players who suck. I'm not down for that. Who said that?
Well, that's what we're all alluding to here.
So wait a minute. Hold on.
Joe Flacco didn't suck because of Kevin. Kevin didn't help him, but Joe Flacco sucked because he sucks. Deshaun Watson sucked because he sucks. And yes.
And DTR.
I mean, DTR. Did anybody think he was going to be good? Listen, let's be fair about it.
What was Baker's stats this last year here with the shoulder?
It wasn't good.
Okay.
Did he check it down a lot?
Yep.
No.
He was checked down.
No, in fact,
he was running boots.
Mike, we have this check down thing is really just this year. And Deshaun Watson. It is. Look at the numbers. Mike, bring up the numbers.
Steve, take 370. So I went and looked.
Go ahead. Look at it.
So just take it full, Steve. Take this full. I went and looked at the average depth of target every year under Stefanski. The higher number means further. The lower number means shorter. This year they ranked 24th in the NFL in average depth of target. Every year,
every other year, they're middle of the pack or better.
Yeah.
The last 2 years has been
16th is middle of the pack. That's not bad.
Wasn't they on pace to be the worst offense
ever?
But that has nothing to do with throwing the ball downfield. You guys are saying they never throw the ball downfield. That's not accurate. The first 4 years they were top 11 in throwing the ball downfield.
So let me give you this. Let me give you this.
Yeah.
In 2024, he was 16th. What week did he turn over play calling?
Okay, then even take out 24. Fine, G. But look at the first 4 years. The first 4 years, that's good.
Okay, so you got so you're looking at 8.4. That's 11.
Here's all I'm saying.
What is this rank again?
Yeah,
this is average.
The average depth of target.
We can all agree or not agree that Kevin Stefanski has not done a good enough job. There's no debating it. The last 2 years he's been awful, but you were complaining often that Kevin Stefanski was getting a pass, and you were right because he was getting a pass from people. But I'm not going the opposite way now.
What you mean?
I'm not giving the quarterbacks a pass because of Stefanski either.
I ain't doing that.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Coming into the season, I told y'all the London game was going to be the end for Joe.
Yeah.
I said he's going to fall off.
I mean, Joe was shot.
2 to 3 games, and that's it. So Joe was never going to be the answer. Jameis, we knew what came with Jameis. We knew he would throw touchdowns, but he'd also throw picks. Yeah. He did exactly that. That Kevin didn't change any of that. The Deshaun thing, nobody knew what you was getting. You sit out for 2 years and then try to play again. Like, you don't know what to expect. You would think that it would ramp up, and it just never happened.
All right, Dustin, you can't. He didn't put it like this. He ain't have no up top crazy tier 1 starting type quarterback where it was like he had somebody like Josh Allen or somebody.
No, Baker Mayfield was a
and Baker had a great year with him.
Pretty good player, and is still pretty awesome player. But yeah, I mean, outside of him, I mean, think about who we've had. I mean, there's been a million guys that have been run through there that are not that talented. I don't know, guys. This sucks because like we're sitting here really trying to find out who deserves blame and who's going to get fired or who's going to stay and who like. We're not talking about like wins and losses. By the way, the Browns should be in the position right now currently to win the division, but they're not.
They could be,
but they're not. And I'm not saying they would, but they should have won the game on Sunday. And then say what you want about the Bengals game, it is what it is, and you could take away another loss. I know that. I understand, but the situation is, I mean, the Browns could have 3 wins right now.
They could, yeah.
You know, I think when we talk about the quarterbacks. A little bit of it is like this. The thing that you guys, that I want to throw out to the people is, okay, you got the quarterbacks now and we can parse whether or not he helped them or hurt them. The big question mark, if you're talking about replacing the coach, is, A, do you believe that his system is advantageous to a young quarterback that you want to be a superstar? And B, do you trust him and Andrew Berry putting their heads together and picking the correct quarterback?
I do not on the second part.
Again, I will know that answer in about 2 or 3 weeks.
So you want to? So you gonna wait it out? You gonna give it?
Well, let me
I mean, I'm not firing him
here's
today.
The question,
Why would you do
We're
that?
not talking about firing him. I'm talking about for you to come to a clarity.
Here's
to figure out.
No, because like I say, listen, they chose Dillon Gabriel as their number 2 quarterback in this draft. That's what they thought. What do you mean
is their number 2?
That was the second best quarterback in this draft to them because they had the number 2 pick and decided to trade it and didn't take the Shuck kid, who at Dart, none of them. They thought that Dillon Gabriel was the second. Yes, they did. Yes, it is because if you felt otherwise, you even sat here and said it. You sat right here in this chair and said, you know what? I want the Browns. It'd be funny if the Browns didn't take Shador or Cam. I'd rather them take somebody else because you know why? That's their guy. That's their guy. It would tell me that that's their guy.
How do you have?
That's exactly what you said. Thank you very much. I got good memory, bro. Listen. So with that being said, in the third round,
I can't even dispute that because
that's
I don't know if I said it or not.
That's exactly what you said. Anyway, they took Dillon Gabriel in the third round because they identified him as the second best quarterback in this draft.
Okay, first off, there's no way I would have said that.
No, that he was the second best quarterback in this draft?
Yes.
No, I didn't say you said that. What I said,
there could be a quarterback that they liked more than Dillon Gabriel. It's possible.
Well, they should have took him with the second pick.
But they didn't think he was worthy of a first-round pick. You can say it's stupid that they did it.
They could have took him with the 33rd pick.
Right, but who went? Did anybody go?
Jackson Dart was the only one. Him and Cam was the only one.
No, Dillon Gabriel was the 3rd quarterback taken in this class.
No, he wasn't. Shuck.
Oh, 4th, sorry.
So? He probably was. Unless where did Chuck go?
Second round.
Am I tripping?
Second round, New Orleans.
Where'd Jackson Dart go?
He went like 26 to the Giants.
25th.
Tyvis took his vitamins
Is
today.
it possible? Listen, if they like Jackson Dart enough to take him at the beginning of the second round, then shame on them for not taking him at 4. So yeah, there's a good chance. There's a good chance, not a short thing.
Thank you.
But there's a good chance.
So with that being said, they identify him as the second best quarterback in this draft. Therefore, I'm judging them on how they evaluate the quarterback position by what I see with Dillon Gabriel. Off of one game alone, you tell the quarterback overseas, he throws for 2 touchdowns, 190 yards, no picks. That's a solid performance. No matter what anybody wants to say,
lost the game,
that's a solid performance. And now, what I need to see is continue to build because this game plan was you sent them out there with training wheels on. That's what this was. If this thing doesn't open up and I ain't seeing 250, 270 in games like that, like come on, like that. Then this is not the right system for him. I don't care what nobody says.
Because after Pittsburgh,
because I watched him in college at Oregon, and the dude slung the ball around to everybody, and his wide receiver Tez Johnson, an undrafted guy, who I told y'all, I even tweeted y'all and told y'all to take him, even if he was undrafted. Take Tez Johnson. He balling for the Buccaneers right now. I'm just saying,
Dolphins and Jets coming up. Dolphins and Jets coming up in a few wees. Neither of those teams plays defense. But let me ask you guys a question, because this. To me, for all the talk about the coach, the quarterback, I think they all suck. I think the coach sucks, the quarterback suck, all of that. I don't think any of the quarterbacks the Browns have had have been any good outside of Baker, and I don't think the coach is any good. But here's the thing. You have a choice, okay, for the Browns. You want Andy Reid and the current crop of quarterbacks, or Kevin Stefanski and Josh Allen? To me, that's easy. But go ahead.
It's Stefanski and Allen. It's not close.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, of course.
It's not even a decision.
And if we
So for all the talk of the coach, and it's important, give me the quarterback over the coach anytime.
But here's the thing. Here's the great thing about. See, I don't know why y'all be tripping. You said it best yourself. There's 3 or 4 coaches that's special, and the rest of them is mine.
Right.
Listen, if we got Josh Allen and Kevin Stefanski's playbook looks like the way it does, he'd be gone in 3.5 games. Bye. Like, you got Josh Allen, you are expendable, but that's the game you can play. You can play that game when your quarterbacks is mid, because now it puts you in a situation where it's like, is it the coach? Is it the quarterback? Is it not enough talent? But if you got a bona fide top tier starter that you done seen do it before, and the offense looks trash, guess what the first thing you're gonna say? All right, Kevin, it was nice. We got a quarterback. We're going to get somebody else.
My point is, the reason I bring it up is because ultimately the Browns can change coaches, and I think they should. But the franchise is not going to make that big jump until they find a quarterback. That's it.
Let me play devil's advocate.
Please.
Because I'm fair. I'm fair. So sometimes I'm like a straight shooter, but I'm going to be fair on this. Could you see that the Browns got conned?
By?
The players.
What do you mean?
Because they didn't address the offense, right? So maybe they thought Jerry Jeudy would be a wide receiver 1, because at a point in time with Jameis, he was like 3rd and 4th in receiving, right?
Yeah.
So they was like, oh, we got us a wide receiver 1, so we don't necessarily need to go out and get a
lot of that
wide
in like
receiver
2 games, didn't he?
Wait, hold on, wait.
Sorry.
And then with Dewan was playing left tackle. He looked good until he got hurt. So maybe they thought, well, we don't need to address the left tackle position because Dewan is a solid piece.
Right.
So maybe that's why they went in the draft and did what they did. I'm not saying it's the right move to make, but
yeah, maybe.
I'm trying to look at it from their eyes where like it's like, all right, we
that's a failure.
We misevaluated what we had.
That's a failure. That's another failure.
Ultimately, yes, but like I can see like
the Jerry Jeudy.
I'm trying to see it from their perspective. I'm 31, so I'm trying to see it from both sides.
No, I get it. You're right. They're probably
you don't see that. You don't see how that could be a thing, though.
No. I hear you, Ty, but they see this guys every day.
But that's still a failure on Stefanski's part.
No, I liked it. You tried it. I'm
trying. Listen, I'm trying to bring perspective. I'm trying to bring their perspective to people and see what y'all think.
It wouldn't be so bad, but here's the thing. I'm old enough to remember a couple weeks ago, just a few weeks ago, these are the same people trying to sell us on how great Kenny Pickett was, and we just wouldn't buy it. We're like, come on, bro, it's Pickett. These are the same people that chose to start a 40-year-old quarterback. They chose that, right? Second of all, throw out the fact, shout out to Jason Lloyd. He told you for years, the quarterback's in 26, and this is going to be a 2-year soft rebuild. He said that. He also said it's all about the dome. So, yeah, you can't have it.
I told you that.
You can't have it both ways. You can't say, oh, well, wow, look at our offense and how bad it is when year after year I sit up here and say, hey, you going to get some receivers? And the answer from the organization is, we like our receiving room.
That's true.
Donovan Peoples-Jones and all them other
What happened? Is he out of football?
Yes.
Is he? He's a 6th
By the way, how did we go where
like
you guys, the whole show, as in general, the show was overrating Jerry Jeudy last year. I was the one poo-pooing Jerry Jeudy.
And now
I'm his only defender left.
How are you defending him?
What are you saying that's defending?
Because everybody's gone too far. He's played poorly. No
We're
doubt
gonna do a whole
about
Jerry
it.
Jeudy topic. So.
But you have a whole topic?
We do, but no. But make your point.
But Jay said he's called it like he's terrible. Like he's not terrible. He's playing poorly now.
Dustin?
I wouldn't call him trash.
He's not trash.
Okay.
I wouldn't say he's trash.
He's an elite level talent, receiver, athlete, whatever you want to say. Like, no doubt about that. But he's right now, he's getting in his own way. Like,
I hear you.
He knows how to catch the football. Mm-hmm. He wouldn't be in the NFL if he didn't know how to catch the football. Mm-hmm. But he can't catch football.
What I'm seeing right now.
So it's something going on.
What
upstairs.
I'm seeing out of Jerry Jeudy right now is exactly why Denver decided to move off of him. Like, it makes sense.
But it's stupid to give. I don't know. I don't agree with giving up on him. He's playing poorly now. I agree.
I wouldn't give up on him either. You're paying him $40 million.
You can't give up on him.
Like, to say he's not a legitimate wide receiver. I mean, he did have 1,200 yards.
No. He's not a legitimate
number one. Well, on a good team.
It depends how you define that. I mean, he's not an elite wide receiver. I get it. Are there 32 wide receivers better than him? Yeah, right now you'd say yes. I don't know over the course of the last few years.
Oh, gee. I apologize. I know over the summer we did that.
What's that?
And I kind of had him like with the C group.
Yeah, C group. He's in.
Yeah.
See,
No, he's not.
we had to.
I was kind of.
To put a bow tie.
When you talk about the Browns wide receiving core, he's a legitimate starting NFL wide receiver. He's having a bad season. He's in a slump. He's in his head, whatever the hell it is. You know, we think of slumps in baseball. You don't really think about that in football, but guys can have slumps in football too, where you're not playing well.
It's got to be frustrating too to not have like a legitimate quarterback throwing you the ball.
Right. Think about Jerry Jeudy again.
I'm not letting him off the hook at all.
No, I'm not trying to defend how he's played this year. He's been terrible. But to be fair to him, he has not played with a single good quarterback in his entire career. Look at who he's played with. Every quarterback they had in Denver stunk. Every quarterback they've had here stunk.
It is fair.
He hasn't played with a single decent quarterback.
To put a wrap on this part, 'cause we're going to get back to Jeudy later in the show. Is Stefanski's system failing his quarterback's bowl? Yes or no?
I don't see it that way.
Yes.
It's contributing. Yes. I'll say it's contributing to their failure.
Of course he is. Of course.
I don't
Dustin, yes or no?
I don't even know what Kevin Stefanski's system is.
I don't really know either.
You know what I mean? Like I don't know.
Isn't that sad
What's so great about I would say this, the greatest thing about Kevin Stefanski, I would say, is that for the most part his guys show up and play hard. And they have a chance to win games. Like I think that they for the lack of talent that they have in certain positions and whatever, like they do play hard. It's a really low bar. Really low.
Very low. Yeah.
But in terms of like why he's here, he's supposed to be this genius with quarterbacks and with the offense and all these things, and boy, that has really lacked.
Yeah,
I feel like when he first got here, like that seemed like the case. Like I thought Baker played well, even Case Keenum had some starts. Jacoby Brissett.
Jacoby played probably his best football year.
And then it's just I don't know. It's just like it's been declining.
It's gone down the last 2 years.
Ever since the D Watt thing.
Yeah,
it's just
Maybe Stefanski's in his own head too with some of this stuff. I mean, we act like he's a human being. I mean, Jerry Judy's having a rough year. Kevin Stefanski's having a rough year.
Yeah, no, he's had a rough 2 years.
Well,
he's had a rough.
You can't afford to have that.
Yeah, that's it.
You're gonna be
all right,
guys. Let's get to our next Browns topic. It's brought to us by Mazda. For those who believe it's not just about playing the game, it's about redefining it, because these moments do more than win. They push what's possible, reminding us to go that extra yard, shift into that extra gear, and keep the game moving forward. When you follow what moves you, the unexpected is only the beginning. And just like there's more to every highlight, there's more to every Mazda. Mazda, move and be moved. All right, guys, the Browns' offensive line was better against Minnesota than it has been in the first 4 weeks of the season. Still not fully up to par of where you want it to be, but it was better, except for the left tackle position. KT Leveston committed 3 penalties in the game. Their backup left tackle came in and had 2 penalties. That position had 5.
Who came in? I didn't even realize that.
Cam Robinson.
Oh, he did come in. Okay,
he did come in, committed a penalty. But he's now had a full week of practice with the team. This will be entering 2 weeks of practice with the team. With how much Leveston has struggled, do you expect to see Cam Robinson at left tackle against the Steelers?
I mean, think about these conversations that we're having. We're debating which crappy left tackle should play. Like, Mike's asking this question as if it really matters. Cam Robinson can't play. KT Tunstall can't play. It's a problem.
KT Leveston.
I keep calling him KT Tunstall.
KT Leveston.
It doesn't matter. He doesn't deserve to have his name correct because he can't play. How's he even in the league? I don't even understand this.
He had a rough game.
You can't improve. It's nearly impossible to improve your left tackle position in the season.
Yeah.
I mean, you really can't. Nobody's trading you a good tackle in the middle of a season.
He seems confused.
Oh, I was looking at the all 22.
Yeah, did you see the play where they had 7 people in protection against 5 or 6 people and they got a sack?
Yeah, he's
worse than Jay Wills.
They like him and David Njoku cut the dude loose.
Same
just ran right in, bang.
Same zone. You know the crazy part about it is people try to tell. This is why you got to educate people. They be telling, the offensive line was bought. No, they were not. Christian Junkins is just good. He makes good. 1 or 2 people miss. And
I think they're run blocking better than their pass blocking.
You come around.
You don't think they're run blocking? I'm not saying they're good. I'm saying they're better at run blocking than they are at pass blocking.
Well, yeah, that's why they were brought.
Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying they're good.
Run blocking is easier to do.
I'm saying I'm saying that 4/5 of the line is at least adequate at run blocking. Where pass blocking, there's a big the problem is left tackle's a disaster, but the rest of the offensive line is not doing a great job in pass blocking. You could see they're getting old. They're still adequate at run blocking, I think, but I'd like to see the grades.
Yeah, if you watch
You want the PFF grades this week?
Yeah, go ahead.
Can we forget the left tackle? That's
I'll pull it up. Make
so
that guy's a 0.
Joel is. I seen Joel miss some assignments and I was confused. I seen him and Wyatt Teller be like, I'm like, who y'all blocking? It's regular zone up here, dog. It's regular zone. And they're not getting that much push. It's like you getting stalemated. It's tough. You just up there, and right now, I think I'm not gonna say it because he's had a great career. But sometimes we don't see it. Some people got their 1 foot in retirement.
Oh, you talking about Joe?
Yeah, you got 1 foot in retirement.
Let me go back to the left.
I bet you his run block grades are not bad and his pass block grades.
Let me go back to the left tackle. This KT Leveston. What year? What round did he get drafted? What year in the league is this for him?
I'll look at that, Mike. When you go for the PFF grades.
I got them both. Leveston.
Okay. Browns traded a 7th round pick to get him.
Leveston was 7th round, 254th overall pick last year.
Like was he Mr. Irrelevant?
No, there's 256.
Which I hate that. I shouldn't say that 'cause I don't like that moniker.
He was almost Mr. Irrelevant.
So you throwing darts at the wall with him. He the starting left tackle.
If you
good night.
and you know I hate drafting linemen anyway.
I got your grades, Bull.
And I'm a lineman.
That's bad.
Let me ask you a question.
That's bad.
If you took the best Division III left tackle right now in the country,
come on.
No. By the way, the left tackle at my college played in the NFL. So
Easy. Great.
So
one guy.
No,
hey, listen,
you're going too far.
He might.
No, there's probably been more than this.
These are the PFF grades from Sunday.
You don't for the season?
I have both. What do you want? Sunday or both?
All right, let's just do this Sunday. Go ahead.
We'll start Sunday, then I'll give you both.
Okay.
From this game against Minnesota.
Yeah.
Batonio was the Browns' highest graded offensive player, 79.9. He was in the 70s in both.
You have a run breakdown pass?
Yep. Pass block 74.1, run block 76.6.
Oh, wow. So he's better in the run, but he was solid in both. Batonio.
He graded well. Conklin, second highest graded offensive lineman, but it's only a 67.5. His pass block grade, 81.9.
Oh, wow.
His run block grade, 63.7.
All right. 63.7 is not terrible. Not good.
Pocic, similar trend, and then we see a major drop-off. Pocic against Minnesota, 66.8 overall, 73.4 pass block, 63.9 run block.
How are these guys all better at pass blocking when it seems like they suck at pass block?
Now we go way down.
Yeah.
This is ugly. Wyatt Teller graded out a 44.8.
Oh my.
He had a 19.2 pass block grade.
Holy. No wonder he wants to run on every play.
And a 53.4 run block grade.
That's bad too, but 19,
nasty
that's hideous.
Now, overall,
yeah.
Teller was the second lowest graded offensive player on the Browns. The lowest was KT Leveston.
Oh my
a 35.6 overall PFF
grade. Is that the worst in the league?
I would have to change channels to find that. I get that
What
to you.
would KT Tunstall grade out at?
Not much worse.
So for the season, Bull, you asked for the entire season.
Yeah.
In terms of run blocking, Batonio, 72.5.
That's good.
Teller, 68.5.
Solid.
Leveston, 66.7.
Wow.
His pass block for the season's a 21.8.
Oh my God, that's got to be the worst in the league.
It is the worst among qualified tackles.
20%.
The only
20%?
I don't know.
And Cornelius Lucas is at a 45 overall.
Oh my God.
By the way, 60s is not good. Let's be clear about that.
70s and
high
up
60s is serviceable, isn't it?
70 and up is what PFF considers good. High 60s is like average, above average.
That's what I'm saying.
The Browns really put themselves in a predicament, boy.
Talk.
They're screwed.
I mean, I'm with G now. Like, it's going to take years.
That is bad.
Like, now you got to,
they
you
need
literally,
a whole revamp.
you need a whole offensive line, and you still need the quarterback, and you still need the weapons on the outside.
So let's take.
And as great as Judkins is, you got to have somebody else.
I mean, they literally are a expansion team right now.
On offense, they are. Yeah.
So
go ahead. Yeah.
No. Let's take time in unison to come to the conclusion that let's go ahead and put the G. Bush is a clown in the chat. I want to get that in there. I want the faces and the emoji. You know why?
Yeah.
Because sometimes when you have Noah's Ark and you say it's about to rain and it's about to rain and it's about to rain, people don't believe you until them first drops start coming down. And them drops is coming down right now. Matter of fact, it's raining a lot. And them ark doors is closing. They like, G. Bush, you've been building this stupid ark for years. You told us that the sky is falling, the Duke of New-York, we're only a couple players away. Oh, yeah, your best lineman is 40 almost in dog years. One of them is retiring. You got Wyatt Teller getting a 40%. You can't find a tackle. The tackle you had in Jed Wills just was like, yeah, I'm going to take this money and get up out of Dodge. Ain't even playing no more. DeJuan Jones you can't count on. And guess what? Receivers. But this is segment by segment. This is a breakdown. No receivers. You can't find Cedric Tillman, David Bell, Anthony Schwartz.
What's his injury? Tillman's injury.
I don't know.
Was it a hamstring?
Hamstring.
Okay.
And now you're questioning whether your coach is even that nice. And okay, well, you got a quarterback, but think about this, Bull.
Yeah.
To get up to where you're going to do and pony up and get what you need to get, you might have to use all them picks. But how you going to use them picks if you got tackles? You don't got no linemen. You don't got no receivers. So the first year that you get your brand new quarterback, guess what questions don't change?
How you going to protect him?
Is the coach
and what really sucks is that there are no quarterbacks that are going to be just special in this class.
You're convinced
and
already?
I am.
And this the college football. This is the arc that you just shut the door on him. He watch all the college football games.
You agree too, Tyvis?
Tyvis does as well.
Is there a quarterback that can come in right away and make an immediate impact? No.
Is there a Jaden Daniels, right? Nobody's
not that I'm seeing right now.
So I actually.
Who do you think's the best?
So it's funny. This past weekend, I did the UAB game. They played Army. Trent Dilfer's their head coach, and whatever. You could say he's not a good coach. He hasn't won there, or whatever. But I mean, the guy knows ball. He knows the quarterback position. And we were actually having our chat in his office on Friday, and we're talking about these quarterbacks coming out and all this stuff. And he said the kid at Oklahoma, Mateer.
That's what
he said. He's the best quarterback in this draft.
That's what Sean King said.
Sean King said that
he
too?
Did. He did. No, maybe I need to study him more. I've only seen him. He's hurt right now.
Well,
What's his measurables?
He's like 6'1".
He's not the biggest guy. He's like maybe 6'2". But anyway.
Athletic?
Very.
Yeah, he can move.
Very athletic.
He's kind of like a Baker.
Yeah, but taller.
A little bit, about an inch.
Yeah, okay, whatever. I guess when a quarterback from that position, you feel like there's a big difference between like 6'1" and 6'2".
Every inch matters.
He got some stuff to him.
and guess what?
Some stuff to
and
him.
what I want, what I like about him is his off-platform game.
Yes.
His ability to create and move and see a little something different. Like, man, I
gotta look at this guy.
I don't want him in here coming and throwing stick routes and out routes. I want him to bring me that juice.
You know.
Go watch that dude against Michigan.
That was a nice game.
But this is the thing.
That was a nice game.
He looks a little like Schlesinger.
To be fair. Because y'all know I try to be fair.
Fair, open and honest.
People can say that I'm on the Browns payroll, which I am on their payroll.
And I told you, and you need to stay there.
They owe me some money too. So, anyways,
you need to stay right over there too.
To be fair, we just heard the PFF grades, right? The passing grades, to be exact. They ain't got a lot of time to run them deeper development routes, so I see why they running the short game. Like, I get it. It makes sense.
Hey, say what you want. I mean, the Titans don't really have much of anything either. And Cam Ward's throwing deep every play.
It is true.
Every play.
It's true.
It's true.
Hey, can I say this really quickly?
Yeah, last point, G. We'll move on.
There was a little thing that I noticed. I don't know. Let me know. Hit a 1 in the chat if you heard this. When Shedeur Sanders was playing in the Panthers, it was him on the bench with I think it was Kenny Pickett. He was in street clothes, and he was sitting there talking, and they were sitting there chilling. He said, "Hey man, I want to throw deep." Kenny Pickett was like, "I don't know, dog. You got to ask the coach."
It was a telling clip.
I said,
was a telling clip.
is it permit? You got to have a permission slip. Remember your mom gave you a permission slip to go? Like, you can't go on a field trip. You got to sign a permission
I didn't see this clip.
Wait a
Are you
minute,
making
this
this up?
really
No.
It's real.
He's like, man, you got to go ask Ken. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what
Is
to
that
tell you.
like? Can we find that clip?
Like, it was wild
no way
work.
that's true.
McNuggets, I'm glad you corroborated because they're going to think G. Bush is on that propaganda. But he said,
I'll find the clip, but I'll find the clip during the interview.
Before you do, real quick, I this morning I was talking about, somebody asked me if you put the Bengals and Browns together, could you make a Super Bowl team? I said, yeah, Burrow was healthy.
Yeah, Bengals offense
but
and
you'd
the Browns
still have a
defense.
terrible offensive line.
Yeah, even with the two teams.
The rest of the team would be great, but the offensive line would still be pretty bad.
Yeah.
Jeez. Anyway,
All right, guys,
go ahead.
we're going to get to our next topic. It's brought to us by Prize Picks. Every day we make decisions, but on Prize Picks, being right can actually get you paid. Don't miss the excitement of this football season with Prize Picks, where it's good to be right. Playing Prize Picks is such a fun, simple way to add more excitement of football. You just pick more or less on player projections, like Josh Allen's passing yards or Saquon Barkley rushing for a touchdown. And you're in the game. Download the Prize Picks app today and use promo code LOCKEDONNFL to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code LOCKEDONNFL for $50 in lineups after you play your first 5. Prize Picks, it's good to be right.
Yeah, Steve just texted the Pro Football Reference page for Josh Warner. That's the guy. He played left tackle at Brockport when I was there.
Good for Josh.
He should have played Division I, though. He was small coming out of high school, and he blew up when he was in college. He did not allow a sack in 4 years in college.
That's crazy.
Not one sack.
Shout out to him.
Go ahead.
We started talking about Jerry Jeudy before, and we're going to dive a little deeper into this. I want you guys to look at your phones because I sent you the graphic I'm about to pull up so you guys can see it because it's a little small.
And I can't believe I'm saying this, but we need some Cavs talk here one of these days.
Well, tomorrow we're gonna
Jeez.
They play
Preseason
tonight.
As much as I don't care about the regular season,
Oh, no.
We're
You're
doing
going to
Cavs
get
tomorrow.
tough.
Oh, you're going to come around.
this is getting tough on the Browns
But
here.
Steve, take this graphic here full.
Yeah.
This is from Stat Account Efficiency. The x-axis is yards per route run. The y-axis is passer rating when targeted.
How do we know which is the X and which is the Y?
X is horizontal, Y is vertical. That's how every graph in the history of graphs
All
is
of
vertical.
them. Entire.
Tells you how long it's been since I've been in
I
school.
sent you guys this so you can look on your phone in case it's a little tough to see on the screen. But if
Yeah.
you notice, in the bottom left quadrant, which is where you do not want to be,
all the Browns.
all the Browns. Tillman, Bond, and Jerry Jeudy. Judy's running an average of 1 yard per route, and his passer rating when targeted is 28.7 this season, the lowest of any qualified receiver in the NFL.
What's the first part of that again, Mike? What did you say?
yards per route run?
Yards per route. Yards he's gotten.
No,
No,
like
he's
yards
averaging
he's running
1 yard.
per route.
1
means
yard.
he's
Oh, the yards he's running per
Yes,
route.
which means he's running a lot of very short routes.
He's
and
running 1 yard per route?
It includes like screens, bubble screens, so that takes it down a notch.
Jeez.
So he's not going deep,
Yeah.
and when he's been targeted, it has not been good.
Look
Now,
at Travis Hunter.
also,
He's done nothing.
yes, this was before. This is
offensively.
before last night.
He had a nice catch last night.
Before,
Oh,
this
yeah,
is
I didn't
before
watch the
last
game,
night,
but
Yeah,
so
I took
Hunter's
him
probably a
in
little
fantasy
higher.
and I shouldn't have.
My question for you guys, and Dustin, I'll start with you.
Yeah.
And I know we talked about Jeudy earlier. You said he could be in his own head. What can Jerry and what can the Browns do to try and get him out of this slump? And if he doesn't, are you afraid that things could get pretty ugly for him quickly like it did in Denver?
I mean, they got to keep forcing the ball to him, and they got to throw him passes that he can catch. You know what I mean? Like, it sounds simple, but you got to start the game getting him involved early, and whether it's a quick hitch, a screen pass. I mean, something. You know, he's got to get in the end zone. Like, he needs something to get his confidence going, and I mean, I just think that it's got to be something early in the game, and if he has a, you know, if he doesn't get involved, then he's going to be frustrated, and that's kind of the reality of the situation with some of these guys at that position, at the receiver position. Do you guys have a better option? I don't know what else you can do other than just try to keep feeding him the ball until like the light bulb goes off and he wakes up.
Well, here's what I would do. I like your plan.
Well, there's no other plan, I don't think. Bench him. You
we
bench
can't
him,
do
then
that.
he's definitely out.
You saw what the Vikings did, right? They had Carson Wentz in the game. He was hurt a little bit. You have a backup running back, 3 backup linemen, right? I love the play that they ran. They motion in the backfield. Justin Jefferson. They motion him back there, bring him out on the other side, get him a quick little pass. He get like 9-10 yards, right? Real quick, early. So now it's like, okay, we know what you want. We got you. It could be a long game. The Browns is good defensively, but we're going to get you lathered up. We're going to get you going. Then we're going to make sure you stay involved throughout the game so that when it comes down to the time where we got to make some plays, you're going to make that seam catch. You're going to make that beautiful catch on the sideline against Denzel Ward. The thing that I would do as a coach, and sometimes people misconstrue it with receivers, and I think you brought up a great point. Receivers are a different breed. All different position groups have different levels of mentality. If you are a corner and you are a wide receiver, the biggest thing that goes into your psyche is how confident am I? When the corner is playing confident, look at Greg Newsome. It's night and day. The talent is always there. It's about whether or not you can flush the last play or if I drop the ball, no, I'm still that dude. You got to have the mentality. So if I'm Kevin Stefanski, this is why I think he doesn't use the media enough. If Kevin Stefanski came out and said, listen, Jerry, I talked to Jerry, he's had some catches that he would want back, but let me just tell y'all something. Everybody out there, Jerry Jeudy in his playbook is not going nowhere. We are going to get the ball to him early and often because if we can't, we're going to be in trouble. I got full faith in Jerry as a receiver, and we're going to find ways to get him involved, and we're going to do it this game. So you know what? Now Jerry Jeudy's like, oh, man, thanks a lot, coach. Like, yeah. I appreciate that, dog. Now he back into it. He get him the ball early, combined with Dustin's playing, all of a sudden, you got a different receiver. But sometimes people say, I don't want to talk about people's business to the media. I don't want to talk about what I talk about a player. No, use the media. It's good to have a level of communication because you could use it to your advantage. Bull?
Tyvis? Go ahead.
I think he should go back to playing in the slot.
He's having a hard time getting open? Get jammed up?
I don't think he an outside receiver. I think he a slot dude.
But they don't have any outside receivers.
I know, but they should.
Well, they don't really have any inside receivers either.
Yeah, I think they should move him back. I think they should move him to the slot.
How often did he play the slot last year?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. When he caught that pass against the Broncos from Jameis, wasn't that an over route from the slot?
I don't remember.
That long one from the Saints.
You're the one with the best memory here.
Well, you're the youngest one here, so you have the best memory.
I'm trying to replay the play on my head.
Remember everything I said.
I just think that
Touche.
I think that he's better suited in the slot because right now, what it would do is it's hard to double somebody like that in the slot because it's so much space, right? On the outside, you can just high low them a lot of the times, and that's probably what teams are doing. But on the slot, there is no high low. It's in and out.
Can't hurt to try it.
So he might as well. He should learn how to sit down in zones, and you can get him the ball that way.
Ty, he was in the slot 35% of snaps last year, and this year he's been in the slot just 16.7%.
Wow, that's a huge difference.
So I think I'd put him back in the slot.
Let me tell you this.
I don't know who I would.
That's actually a great observation that I haven't heard anyone talk about. Ty, great call.
I haven't either. That's a good call.
I don't know who's operating out of the slot right now. I don't know. Is it Bond? See, but Bond played the slot in Texas.
Can I offer? See, this is another thing. We just talked about it. Who was really calling them plays and designing them plays when Jerry Jeudy was cooking?
I wonder if we could. What was Jerry Jeudy?
No, don't skip over that.
I'm just playing. No, I was just going to say, I would love to know what Jerry Judy's slot percentage was with Stefanski calling the plays versus.
I can tell you, I have it on a per game.
Oh, okay.
So
okay,
it doesn't. So I could do like manually.
Yeah. Okay.
So Stefanski gave up play calling after the Cincinnati game.
Okay, how many? That was week what? 7.
Yeah, week 7 with Cincinnati.
Gotcha.
So here were his slot percentages by week in the first couple of weeks of the season.
Yeah.
This is up to week 7.
Yeah.
34%.
Okay.
43.6.
Wow.
33.3. 34.7. 45.7. 31 and 31.
So he probably was in the slot less, actually.
That was high.
So then here comes the next round with Dorsey.
Right.
Now this is when Dorsey takes
So it had to be lower generally.
It's a roller coaster.
Yeah.
22.2, 28.8, 37.3, 55.2.
Damn.
This is the Denver game, G. 32.8.
Right on the average.
27.9 against Kansas City. 51.2. 38, 31, 31.
So
all right, so it wasn't
really
night
and day. But what those statistics tell me is Tyvis, he should be in the slot.
I mean,
and we've uncovered this today.
Last year, he was a very good receiver, and he was in the slot.
What is
30% or more, all but I believe
a few games,
3 or 4 games.
And what is his percentage now?
16.7.
What is the breakdown by week this year, Mike?
Give me 1 sec. I got you. All right, you ready?
Yeah.
Get the slot.
In week 1, 19.6.
Not enough.
Week 2, 21.7.
So the last few weeks got to be really low.
Week 3, 19.5. Week 4 against Detroit, 5.6.
Oh yeah.
And then week 5, 13.9.
Oh yeah.
What is happening?
Hey, Kevin! Hey, go talk to your boy.
Somebody should ask. We should get one of the beat reporters. Got to ask why he's not in the slot anymore.
Because they need him at the Z.
But hold on, you got it. First of all,
we got Mary Kay, so we want to.
Yeah. Mary Kay's here
right now. All right. Let me do a read. We're gonna get Mary Kay in here.
Yeah.
Mary Kay today is brought to us by FanDuel, America's #1 sports book. Right now, new customers to FanDuel can bet just $5, and if that $5 bet wins, you get $300 in bonus bets to use across the app, however you choose. So, are you ready to play? If you are, download the FanDuel app right now by visiting FanDuel.com/UCSS to get started. That is FanDuel.com/UCSS to place your first $5 bet.
Hey, Mary Kay, how are you? How was your trip? Anything crazy happen on the trip back and forth?
No, nothing really crazy happened at all. I did get to have some fun there because my daughter came over and she spent some of the time there with me, so I got to go out with her and her friends a couple of times. And then one night we did stop at the Browns-Packers event because Joe Thomas was there and Joe Hayden and Andrew Hawkins and some of those guys. So I wanted to catch up with some of my old friends there. So that was fun for a few minutes. So anyways, it was a good trip except for the game.
Except for the game. That was cool. We were just talking about it. I don't know how much you heard, but obviously Jerry Jeudy's having a miserable season so far this year. He had a very nice season last year. Tyvis, out of the blue, kind of brought up a great point. He thought that Jerry Jeudy needs to be in the slot a lot more, and he thought, without even knowing the numbers, that Jerry Jeudy was in the slot a lot less this year, and he's absolutely right because Mike just looked up the numbers. He averaged being in the slot 1 out of 33% of the time last year, and this year it's 35%, I think, and this year it's been 16%. Obviously, there's been drops, but maybe that's a factor too. Why is it, do you think, that they've changed where they're putting him on the field?
It's a good question and something to definitely explore. Yeah. And I don't know if that would help him or not. I don't know what really is kind of going on with Jerry Jeudy this year. I don't know if it has anything to do with the fact that they had to get the ball from 4 different quarterbacks throughout the quarterback competition. I don't know if it's because right now they don't have another bona fide number 2 quarterback, and therefore he's getting more attention. And, and he's also having to catch more contested balls, and that's really not his forte. His forte is to, run double moves and different things and find out how to get open in any way he possibly can. That's his forte, as a route runner, not as a contested catch guy. It's really hard to say. When Joe was in there, the ball was arriving a little bit late at times because Joe was under so much pressure, and sometimes he didn't even know where the ball was going when he threw it because he was flat on his back. And so I think Jerry's just off. I think sometimes, just like a kicker can be, you get out into a little bit of a slump, and it's hard to dig your way out of it. But he has to dig out of it. He definitely has to dig out of it because they need him. And again, it's not helping that Ced Tillman is not on the field right now and that the other guys aren't really able to produce as much as they need them to. The 3 wide receivers that had a thrown ball to them on Sunday, caught a total of 5 passes. 3 wide receivers, 5 catches, right? I mean, that's it. So it was 2 of 7 for Bond. It was 2 of 5 for Jerry. And then I think it was 1 catch on 1 target for Jamari Thrash. And then, of course, he did not get out of bounds on that. So they're just not getting what they need right now from their wide receiver core. And I don't know what they can do about it. They're going to have to get creative, because if you start stacking the box, then before you know it, just like happened in the 4th quarter of this football game, Quinshon Judkins is not going to be able to make those yards very long. You need to be able to keep that defense stretched out a little bit to loosen up that box.
I wanted to ask you about the offensive line. I've been trying to figure out why Kevin's play calling has been what it is, and I think that I'm trying to see if it's the offensive line. Obviously, the protection hasn't been great with Joe Flacco back there, even with Dillon Gabriel. Do you think that is the reason why we don't push the ball down the field, is because they don't have time to throw the ball down the field?
Well, I don't know if that's really the case or not, or is it the fact that they are trying so hard not to throw interceptions? Because when I read over Kevin O'Connell, the Vikings coach, when I read over his transcripts the other day from his post-game interview, I mean, they certainly had problems. I wrote a whole column about it today. They had 4 offensive linemen that were backups by the 4th quarter of that game. Most of the game, they had 3 backup offensive linemen, a brand new center who had never started before and never snapped the ball, had never started at center before. So they had major issues, and I thought Kevin O'Connell did a fantastic job of scheming it up so that Carson could just go out there and play fast and loose and strong, and that's what Kevin O'Connell told him to do. He said, just trust me, and go out and do your thing. And so Carson Wentz went out there and played with confidence on that last drive, that 10-play, 80-yard drive, and he didn't worry so much about what was going on. Now that the Browns have Dillon Gabriel in there, now that they have film on him for 1 week, they see what he can do, they can see what his arm strength is, they can see where he wants to go with the ball and how he handles certain situations. Now they have some data. Now they have some live action data. He didn't have much of that in the preseason. They had plenty of college tape on him, but they didn't have a lot of, okay, what can this young man do in a football game? Now that they have that, now they've got to draw it up. They've got to go back to the drawing board. They have to find a way to get a passing game. It can be 3 tight ends. I don't care what it is. Whatever they have to do, they have to find their passing game, or the running game is going to go south too.
Mary Kay, what did you think about the initial, game overall for Dillon Gabriel? What are some things you like, or some things that you want him to improve on getting ready to go against Pittsburgh?
Poise, confidence, moxie, mobility. I think he showed all of the things that we thought he was going to show. But my reigning thought, I kept thinking, geez, it's a whole lot better to look good as a quarterback when you're throwing the ball to Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison, right? It's a whole lot better to look easier with those guys. So I think that's something that the Browns are really going to have to take a look at, what they're doing here with their wide receiver core. And they're going to have to, I think, as they move forward, you have to have star receivers on your football team. That's the name of the game today. There you go. That's what you've got to do. I mean, look how Baker Mayfield is doing down there because of his receiving core and the amazing rookie that he's got the ball to right now. So you have to have that. And the number one receiver that the Cleveland Browns have right now is Jerry Jeudy. And for whatever reason, he's not cutting it at the moment. Hopefully for everybody, he'll kind of get it together. Said Tillman is on injured reserve. But I thought that Dillon did okay with what he had to work with, but I think he would have been much better in the 4th quarter when the chips were down and the game was on the line if he had more weapons. And I don't know what they're going to do about that going forward.
Mary Kay, we spent a lot of time yesterday and a little bit at the beginning of today's show talking about Kevin Stefanski and how he's kind of operated and molded some of these younger quarterbacks. And the question we asked was whether or not his scheme was kind of failing the quarterbacks. I'm just curious on your 2 cents on that. Is some of the criticism of Stefanski that he has received over the last couple of weeks fair in your mind, or is it kind of out of bounds?
Well, we haven't seen much of the rookie quarterbacks yet, obviously, in a football game. We have 1 game of Dillon. So let's give it a little bit of a larger sample size before we draw any sweeping conclusions on what we think that he can do with this young quarterback. And then, of course, all of them have different skill sets. So Dillon does everything well and above average, but maybe nothing super extraordinary. So, this is, we're going to have to see what Kevin does with him. And we're also going to have to see what defensive coordinators start to take away from him. Are they going to start trying to hem him in and bat down passes? Is he going to be able to get out and get out, in the field a little bit and run around and make some off schedule plays and avoid those sacks? So I don't think we can say yet how Kevin Stefanski is developing Dillon until we see him for 3 more games. But they've got to find a better passing game. They've got to scheme up a better passing game somehow. Because nobody's going to look good if it's like this. Nobody's going to look good if the receivers aren't catching the ball or if the ball's, getting there late or whatever. It was a snappier game. It was a more up-tempo game. It had movement. All those things were good. Now they have to find some completions. They have to find more completions.
Mary Kay, Quinshon Judkins looks like he may be one of the best backs in the league for years to come.
Go Bucks.
I mean, he just absolutely looks like he looks unstoppable at times. And think about the offensive line he's running behind is not that good. I guess is like how far can he take us this year? This is the NFL. It's a different league than it was 20 years ago, where you could actually have a running back carry the football 30-something times a game. It's a different deal now offensively. Can the Browns rely on him as much as they have for the rest of the year?
Well, once again, they have to get a passing game. They have to crank up a passing game, or else you're just going to get that stacked box. And they will take him away. And that's what you saw happen in the fourth quarter of this football game. And that's what you don't want to see going forward. So maybe they do need to get David Njoku involved more. Maybe you do need to get Harold Fannin involved a little bit more in the passing game. Whatever they have to do, you want to keep things viable and relevant so that you can keep handing the ball to Quinshon Judkins, because he's pretty amazing. I think that he is going to be someone that can step in here and ease the loss of Nick Chubb and really do a nice job of helping to replace Nick Chubb, who's just left a gaping hole on this football team, right? I mean, everybody knows how the world feels about Nick Chubb, but boy, there are so many great qualities about Quinshon Judkins that I think that he's going to represent very, very well both Ohio State, the Browns, whatever you want to say. Yeah. I mean, he's tough. He's big. You guys can probably see there in that clip. I mean, he's just got these, mammoth legs. I mean, it was so much power, and he's a patient runner. I mean, he does a really nice job of finding the hole and making the cuts, and so I think he's going to be really, really good. But they have to help him too. I mean, this is a young team that we're talking about here. You're looking at the future of the Cleveland Browns right now. When you see Quinshon and you see Harold Fannin.
I'm choking
Okay,
on
you
water.
almost killed
Bull's like choking on his water right
I
now.
just spit out my water. I'm sorry, Mary Kay.
I'm sorry. I didn't
I'm sorry.
Are you
I
okay?
apologize.
do that to you.
No, it wasn't anything you did. I just coughed while I was drinking water, and I spit it all over
And
myself.
I turned around, it was a fountain over here. I
Oh
said,
my
what the
God.
heck is going on?
I apologize for
Don't get that
interrupting
on my
you.
shoes.
Oh my God.
It happens. It happens.
Yeah.
But you guys know
the next
good.
question since I screwed you up.
No, that's
The offensive line going forward, not only this season, but certainly going forward to next year, it's a 5-alarm fire with this offensive line. You don't have a single starter for next year. Are the Browns, they have really blown it here. None of the guys they've drafted have looked any good at the position. I mean, we all know that they need a quarterback, obviously, but I don't know that they have anybody to protect them. Even if they do, get a good one.
Well, first of all, that's one of the reasons why they almost had to go to Dillon Gabriel, because Joe Flacco was kind of a sitting duck back there with the tackle issues that they're having. And it's much better to have Dillon Gabriel back there zipping around and slipping and sliding away from trouble and running and doing all the things that he can do with his legs. So that's a major reason why they did what they had to do. But once again, I don't know if you can be using this as an excuse right now, because look at what the Vikings had to do yesterday. They played with 3 of their starters. By the time they got to the fourth quarter, they also had Christian Darrisaw out of the football game, their premier starting left tackle. And they were able to get the job done. They marched 80 yards in 10 plays on the Cleveland Browns with a makeshift offensive line. So you have to have good backups. You have to have good depth. And I think that once these guys start to work together a little bit better with Dillon and he learns them and they figure it out a little bit with each other, that, that maybe they won't look as, I don't want to say bad because I don't think it's been as bad as it seems. Maybe they will look better than they did with the quarterback. So let's see how it goes over the next few weeks.
It's a good point because like the Vikings offensive line did pretty good, especially considering who they're going up against on this Browns D line. With all these backups, they did pretty well. I think it's good. And I also wonder if the left tackle for the Browns is just so bad that it's kind of dragging everybody else further down. Could that be a little bit?
You know what? When you have someone that is that inexperienced, of course, you have to give them chipping help and you have to do whatever you can possibly do. And there are a lot of penalties going on the offensive line right now. So they do have to get that settled down. They do definitely have to do that. But once again, I think with Dillon's ability to escape some of the trouble, I think that'll be a little bit better. And he's also going to have to get rid of the ball quickly and things like that. But it is time to restock that offensive line and to really start thinking about how they want to do that.
Mary Kay, I'm kind of nervous about this one in Pittsburgh. We've seen a lot of coaches, whether it's Hugh Jackson or the situation a couple years with Baker, he said, man, they didn't even block. How you leave T.J. Watt one-on-one? The Steelers at home, when the Browns are having trouble on offense, I've seen a lot of those games. How did the Cleveland Browns come in this game and not have the Steelers like avalanche like usually happens when you're struggling young quarterbacks? Because we didn't see Colt McCoy struggle out there. We didn't see all of the other young guys come out there and still do it. What do the Browns need to do to kind of, hold that at bay?
Well, the Steelers are going to be licking their chops to go against a rookie quarterback in their own house. Of course, I'm sure they're really, really looking forward to that. And that's why I think it's great that Dillon has been able to show the poise that he has been able to and the confidence. I think that really was evident in this past game, and he's going to need it in Acrisure Stadium on Sunday. There's no question about that. But I think what's going to have to happen is they're going to have to find a way to get the ball to David Njoku, get the ball to Harold Fannin. If Jerry Jeudy's not going well right now, and I remember right before the Detroit game that Joe Flacco said, our offense goes as Jerry Jeudy goes. Well, guess what? Guess how that's going right now. Right? I mean, I think they almost have to pretend or prepare for this game like he's not in it. Like, what would we do if we didn't have Jerry at all? And then go from there and see what you're going to come up with. Because if you have to put 3 tight ends out there like Bill Belichick did one year, or whatever you have to do to get the job done, that's what they have to do. Because they can't, as I mentioned before, try to just think that your rookie running back is going to be able to do the job all by himself if you don't have a passing game to loosen up that box. It's just not going to work, especially against the Pittsburgh Steelers, who are great against the run. So they've got to find a short passing game. They've got to get Dillon moving around even more now that they know what he can do. They've got to get him out on the perimeter a little bit, and they've got to get the ball into the hands of some of their playmakers that can get some yards after a catch. They've got to move the chains in the passing game so that Quinshon can do his thing and then stay really fresh for the fourth quarter and break off some long runs. But this is going to be a tough football game.
Great insight, Mary Kay, as always. Thank you. Sorry I spit up all over myself like a 3-year-old in the middle of the interview. We'll talk to you next week. Thank you, Mary Kay.
Appreciate it.
All right, that was Mary Kay. We're going to go from Mary Kay to Aditi Kinkhabwala after a quick word from Mazda for those who believe it's not just about playing, it's about redefining the game each and every week, because these moments do more than win. They push what's possible, reminding us to go that extra yard, shift into that extra gear, and keep the game moving forward. When you follow what moves you, the unexpected is only the beginning. And just like there's more to every highlight, there's more to every Mazda. Mazda, move and be moved. And with that, we are thrilled to welcome in Aditi Kinkhabwala to the show. How you doing today, Aditi?
I'm okay.
Just
Actually, I'm
okay.
crazy, but it feels like that's always that I'm crazy. I don't know. Do people how are you supposed to answer that? Do people want the real answer, or should you just say I'm great because no one cares?
I want the real
always?
answer. And if Mike doesn't want the real answer, then he shouldn't ask the question.
I always want the truth.
That's a fair point. I'm
Right?
okay. I'm to be perfectly honest,
Yeah.
I'm a bit tired. It's been every single week this season.
Yeah.
I've come home basically at 2 or 3 a.m. And
Yeah.
I'm not as young as I used to be. How did I do that in college, by the way? Like, how did I roll in at 2 or 3 a.m.
Adrenaline.
every night and be okay?
Man.
And now on Sundays,
Boy.
I just
And you
I'm
went to a
behind.
hoity-toity college, right? Didn't you? Didn't you go Ivy League or something?
Well, I did. I went to Cornell, but in Ithaca, what do you do in
fancy,
Ithaca
Schmidt.
other than have a good time?
I didn't even know all that. Okay. You got to say that with your chest. If I was Ivy League, you'd never hear it from me. I'm
Hey, Cornell is the reigning national champion in lacrosse, which is very exciting.
Of
I
course.
mean, we could talk Cornell all day if you want.
They're
but,
probably good at field hockey too, right?
I don't know about that.
Okay.
I don't actually know.
By the way, Ithaca College, which is right near Cornell, because Cornell's in Ithaca,
Correct.
the students that go there are the most stuck-up students of all time.
Really?
They were our rival at college. They're a Division III school. They were our football rival. But they were very, like, Brockport's a state school and Ithaca's a private school. So they kind of looked down on us when we would go there because it was like a lot of rich kids. Beautiful view from there. One of the most beautiful views ever is from their football press box. But the reason I bring it up is because I went there when I was doing play-by-play for another D3 school once, and we were a new program. It was only our second year there. And we would get killed by everybody. And Ithaca had a good D3 program. I don't know if they still do. But we went there, and I knew we were going to lose by like 50, maybe 60. Like, it was going to be totally one-sided. And I walk into the press box, and you know me, even then when I was in college or just out of college, I walk into the press box, and there's like 40 people, which doesn't happen in a Division III press box. I walk in, and as loud as I can be, I'm like, Utica College is going to kick some Ithaca ass today. And you thought
that is not appropriate press box behavior. Did you not know?
I
that there
was
is
trying
no
to
cheering
joke
in the press
around
box?
because it was obvious that was not going to happen. And I had been there like 4 times because I had come with college. And anyway, and you would have thought that I just like shot somebody the way they reacted because nobody said a word. They looked at me like I was the devil. It was the craziest thing.
Bull,
And I
have to be honest with you.
Yeah.
You being a rabble rouser
Yes.
shocks me.
Yeah.
Shocks me.
Of course.
I
Now-
mean,
How could you not?
where did that come from?
He buried the lead on this. He
What'd I
buried
do?
the lead. He buried the lead. Yesterday, you're oversharing. You were
I'm
oversharing.
oversharing, sorry.
You're oversharing.
Oh, wow.
No, but
You put him in his spot, clearly.
I'm bringing it back to your spot. I'm bringing it back to y'all.
Go.
He said yesterday on the show, he said 2 of the most people I respect in my life in the media
Yeah.
was Aditi and Jason Lloyd. He then went on in the second sentence to diss everybody else and said, he don't give a rap. You know what? With nobody else in the media.
But he probably only
I
said
didn't
that
say
because he
nobody.
was about to disagree with something, right?
Yes,
Like,
he
was
was.
he setting up
Well-
to say Jason and Aditi are totally wrong about something?
Well,
And so here you go.
Yeah,
That's the
why it
perfect.
came up?
We
Okay,
set
well,
him up to set this up. Go ahead.
So what
Bull.
I said, not necessarily that you guys are wrong, but that I've felt for about a year that I was ready to move on from Kevin Stefanski. That I don't believe he's this genius that he's been professed to be, and that the offense is a total disaster. There's been I went on a whole list of things why I've lost faith in him, and I said that because I respect you so much and Jason so much, and what I said yesterday was I don't really care about most people's opinions about me, but that you and Jason, I care about your opinion of me, unlike most people in the business. And so I think I allowed that because I know you and Jason both think extremely highly of Kevin Stefanski. But that doesn't mean you guys are right. Doesn't mean you're wrong. But I said I think I allowed that for me to go away from my gut a little bit in that I felt like Stefanski, I no longer feel like he's the right man for the job. Now, I don't know that there is a right man for this job because it's a joke organization, but that's where we got to. So, yeah.
Well, Bull, I think that if you genuinely have respect for people,
Yes.
then you argue well. I don't want everybody in my life to agree with everything that I ever say.
I think I certainly
come at
have proven
things
we don't
from the
agree all
same-
the time. Yeah.
Well, and
Yeah.
I think that may, I mean, it's team of rivals, right?
Yes.
Like that's what makes you smarter, is if you're willing to consider alternate points of view when people come at things in a different way. That's what opens your mind. That's what allows you to consider other things. So I would hate that. I so appreciate that you respect the way that I come to whatever thoughts or conclusions or feelings that I have, but you sure as heck don't have to agree with me. And you don't have to be pushed off of what you feel strongly about just because I disagree.
No, it was more that I thought I was doubting my feelings about Stefanski because I was like, well, two smart people that I know really like him, so maybe I was seeing it wrong.
We're waiting for the rebuttal. Tell him why he's wrong.
No,
why am I wrong?
Here's it's so funny because so this weekend, guys, this weekend I had the Titans-Cardinals game, and the Titans upset the Cardinals and in the most crazy
game I've ever seen.
I would cut Amari DiMercato. I know,
Dustin,
stupid.
have you ever seen anything that pick, fumble, Tyler Lockett fall on it in the end zone touchdown?
The Tennessee Titans could play that game 100 times and they'll lose 99 times.
Yeah, well, between that, Aditi, and what is DiMercato doing? What is he doing?
It's not the
You know what?
first time
That's
it's
the
happened,
second time I've seen that in 2 years. I was in Denver last year when Jonathan Taylor did it.
Yeah.
And that completely changed that game. The Colts
what is
were
wrong with
winning
you guys?
right there. That
It's
was
the thing to
everything.
do.
Changed the game.
You dropped the ball.
It's so stupid.
You dropped the ball and you celebrate. You got down on both knees and praised the up high.
It is one of the dumbest things anybody could ever do.
This is why I yell at my kid all the time that the game is not about showboating or celebrating.
Yes.
The game is about doing what your job is. So, make sure you're across the goal line. Keep that ball high and tight no matter what, even if nobody is behind you. You just go.
Crazy.
I mean,
go ahead.
I would have punted the ball in the stand, so I would have definitely ran it through.
But once you were in the end zone,
I'd have crossed it and
do whatever the hell you want. Whatever the hell you want, just get in the end zone. Anyway,
but remember, I was raised on Larry Fitzgerald, where you act like you've been there. You score, you hand the ball to ref.
I'm glad you said that, Aditi, because I'd never been there before, so therefore I'm gonna act up because I never did it before. All right, let me lock in. All right, Pittsburgh Browns this Sunday.
Okay.
What is the Browns' chance? Obviously, the Pittsburgh's defense hasn't been exactly the steel curtain. They're dealing with some injuries on the defensive side of the ball. The Browns' offensive line is trash. What do you see? How do you see this thing playing out?
I need this Browns defense to get more takeaways. That's the thing about the Steelers defense, right? The linebackers have all these communication issues, which in theory should be great for the way the Browns are using their tight ends, because that's what that matchup is. But the Steelers defense is constantly saving the day because it's punching the ball out. So this Browns defense that is supposed to be the best defense in the league, get the ball. Score, take some control. And I know that technically it's not your job to score, but score. Pick up the team where the team needs to be picked up. And yes, when you have a rookie quarterback and you have a wide receiver, like you just said, Jerry Jeudy, my poor son who drafted Jerry Jeudy on his fantasy team is complaining to me about Jerry Jeudy on a daily basis. Yes, things are not necessarily going the way that you want. Your margin of error has really shrunk, but your defense is supposed to be lights out. So do more.
Yeah,
do more.
And seal the deal.
Do your job and do your job better.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, what was that?
No, I said they didn't seal the deal last week either.
I mean, that's why I felt like, look, you can look, and they should have been able, yes, the Browns should have been able to run their 4-minute offense. Yes, you wish that they could have gotten a first down. Yes, a seasoned quarterback, a good offense is able to close out the game right there. Well, that's not what you have right now, okay? You have a rookie quarterback making his first ever start overseas. Part of this is learning. Part of this is you have to acknowledge and recognize that the guy's not going to step in and be Tom Brady year 16. So then you need your defense to seal the deal. And the defense didn't do that. So I hold that unit sort of more culpable. And I know it's a team sport and it's not about units, but you had a chance to close that game. You were going against an offensive line that was starting, 3 new guys, against a quarterback who holds the ball longer than anybody on the planet holds the ball. And seriously, the game was that close? I really thought that they were going to punch out the ball a heck of a lot more and make life a lot harder for Carson Wentz than they did. I really did.
Aditi, what's the league saying about Dillon Gabriel and his performance after week 1? Like, was it like decent? Was it good? Was it like, oh, this guy's a change? I mean, it's one game, but I mean, like, what do people think?
Yes.
What do you think, too?
So I've been talking to coaches since training camp who have said that they got the sense that Kevin Stefanski really liked Dillon Gabriel, and they could tell why. And so much of this is just that Dillon Gabriel is totally a Kevin Stefanski type person. You know, he works insanely hard. He studies. There's no drama. You tell him something once and he fixes it. He's efficient. He's not flashy. He's just simply doing the job as it's asked of him. And
he speaks advanced
all of those are good things. I mean, that's what he is, right? So anyone that I've talked to about the Browns-Vikings game has expressed more disappointment in the unit that you expect more of, which is the defense. And the Dillon Gabriel feedback has simply been, okay, he did what was sort of expected of him, which is be efficient and not lights out.
Well, he.
I mean, at what point do you think
he'll start the rest of the year?
At no point. Wait, hold on. Let me just say this. At no point, Dustin, have we thought that Dillon Gabriel is going to put this team on his shoulders and carry it to victory, right?
True.
So all you can ask of him is be efficient and don't make mistakes.
Do you think that he will start the rest of the season, or will we see Shedeur at some point, or somebody else?
I think if he's healthy,
barring he's healthy,
right?
Will he start the rest of the year?
I think Shedeur still has quite a bit of growth to show. You may see Shedeur, but I don't know that that's because he's looking better or done more or beaten out Dillon Gabriel, unless there's suddenly, instead of growth, there's maybe if Shedeur does that, then that would change the dynamic. But you might see him because Jimmy Haslam said in training camp that you need to get a look at these two quarterbacks, these two rookie quarterbacks. That might be part of it.
I think at some point this season, I know this is crazy, I don't think I've ever said this in 25 years of doing this. At some point this season, if the season's over, which it pretty much is already, but let's say they lose the next 4 games and Dillon Gabriel's okay, whatever. At some point, give the fans want to see Shedeur Sanders play. So put him out there at some point. I know that.
Okay, and is the most important thing catering to the fans,
it's
or
absolutely
developing your talent?
Of course, it's developing talent. But what do you mean? You mean the other players? Or are you saying like Dillon Gabriel's probably not their long-term answer, which is.
I mean, I love that you say this after one game. Like, can you give the guy a chance?
No.
My goodness, we are so... I said this on the radio. So I told you, I had this game, this Cardinals-Titans game. And I said this on the radio this morning. I was on with my old friend Ramon Foster, who does radio every morning down in Nashville. And I was a newspaper writer. Bull knows this. I was a newspaper writer for the first 10 years of my life. Then the NFL Network hired me. I had never been on television in my life. I knew nothing about television. Like, I literally did not know that a microphone is so powerful that if you're in the loud Superdome, you don't need to scream into the microphone, that it'll just pick up whatever you're saying. I didn't know what an IFB was. I was used to writing 1,000-word stories. I didn't know how to talk in 30-second sound bites. I knew nothing about TV. And the NFL Network knew this going in. They hired me knowing that I knew nothing about TV. And 2 months in, the executive who hired me apparently said to a room full of other executives, I was completely wrong about her. She will no way ever make it on television. She doesn't have what it takes.
What a jerk.
2 months in. I knew nothing about TV. I was not being taught anything about TV. You knew that I knew nothing about TV when you hired me, but you wanted to write me off 2 months in. And not that I'm sitting here like patting myself on the back, but 13 years later, I think I figured it out.
We'll pat you on the back. We'll pat you on the back. No,
Like, maybe.
Yeah.
Talk your talk, Aditi.
To be fair.
Maybe when you have a young green rookie, maybe when you have a kid who's making his first ever start in the National Football League Bowl, you give him a chance. Maybe you don't write him off one start in.
I'm not writing him off. Let me make it clear. I'm not writing him off based on one game. I thought he was okay.
He did nothing in that game to write him off.
I was just saying, going into the season, my going into his career, my expectation is like you got him. We make opinions. That's what we do, right? And everybody that's talked about Dillon Gabriel, nobody really thinks he's going to be a starter.
Play
in the
odds,
NFL.
Bull.
Okay,
third-round quarterbacks.
Going into my career as a 22-year-old newspaper writer in San Antonio, Texas, covering high school football, no one thought I was going to be a national broadcast sideline reporter. And here I am. So, like, you're making a judgment on him before you've even given him a chance to do anything.
But that's the job. That's the job. We got to give opinions. We got to give opinions.
Aditi.
Okay, fine. And I have to give mine. And mine is...
You're right. You're right. It's unfair. You're 100% correct. It's unfair to say he's not going to be a starting quarterback in the league. You're correct.
Aditi, let me preface this way, okay? Because I think this is kind of what Dustin was trying to allude to and trying to get a sense of, and I think this is kind of what fans want to know. So let's say this season plays out. Let's say the Browns do absolutely nothing, and let's say that Dillon Gabriel is just okay. He's right around where he's at right now, right? And the Browns decide to move on from Kevin Stefanski, which a lot of people say is a bad idea. But let's say that they decide to move on from Kevin Stefanski. They hire this new coach. Is Dillon Gabriel good enough for that new coach to come in and say, I'm rolling with that guy?
Too early.
Would he decide to get his own guy?
Too early.
Again, too early, and I will say this. And I'm sorry I have to go to my crew meeting, but I'll say this. Last year I talked to Peyton Manning, and I don't believe in stability for the sake of stability, but I agree with Peyton Manning when he said that one of the things that is most detrimental to young quarterbacks is constantly changing things up on them. And so let's give a coach a chance to work with a quarterback. And maybe that's only this season. But after 1 week, we can't sit here and already start speculating about what some other guy is going to do with him. Let's give it a chance. I mean, for all you know, look, Mike Tomlin said he's afraid of Joe Flacco. Maybe the first half doesn't go great and Joe Flacco goes in there. Who knows? Who knows?
Mike Tomlin's
part
not
of the
afraid
magic
of Joe Flacco.
Mike Tomlin.
You didn't hear that? You didn't hear him say that last year in Indy, he told his team, don't hurt Anthony Richardson. Don't get him out of this game. And then Anthony Richardson gets out of the game. Joe Flacco comes in and beats the Steelers.
Yeah, Anthony Richardson is terrible.
That's a whole other conversation. Guys, I got to do my crew meeting. I have the Patriots and the Saints.
By the way, Aditi with an impressive name drop of like Peyton. I was talking with Peyton Manning. Excuse me.
I mean, I was.
Wow.
I don't know, like sometimes it just happens.
You know what, Aditi? 15 years ago, that man would have never thought you'd have been doing that. Look at that.
That's right.
Aditi really flexed on this interview today.
She did. I'm impressed. I mean,
Thanks, Aditi.
All right, we'll talk to you later.
All right, that was Aditi Kinkhabwala. We got to get to our next topic, guys. It's brought to us by Prize Picks. Every day we make decisions, but on Prize Picks, being right can actually get you paid. Don't miss the excitement of this football season with Prize Picks, where it's good to be right. Playing Prize Picks is such a fun, simple way to add more excitement to football. You just pick more or less on player projections like Josh Allen's passing yards or Saquon Barkley's rushing yards, and you're in the game. Download the Prize Picks app today and use promo code LOCKEDONNFL to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code LOCKEDONNFL for $50 in lineups after you play your first $5. Prize Picks, it's good to be right. All right, guys, if you didn't see this, I had to send it to Bull, so maybe you didn't. LeBron James tweeted out that he was teasing a decision today. If you missed it, this is the little teaser LeBron sent out. Steve, take tagboard full. That was the teaser.
Who's the other guy, by the way?
You'll find out in a second. After that little thing hit social media, tickets across the NBA for LeBron's final game in each city skyrocketed. Yeah. In Cleveland, it was going to cost you $900 for nosebleeds for the last time LeBron came to Cleveland. Now, about half an hour ago, LeBron announced his decision. This is LeBron's decision 2.0. Tagboard full, please.
Oh, we have it.
Well, everyone's on pins and needles across the country. You ready to go, LeBron? Where's the powder?
Left it at home.
LeBron, fans want to know where you're taking your talents this year. What's your decision?
In this fall, man, this is tough. In this fall, I'm gonna be taking my talents to Hennessy VSOP.
VSOP? And this was the conclusion you woke up with this morning?
That was the conclusion I woke up with this morning.
Why?
I feel like it's gonna give me the best opportunity to win more at hosting. And not only that, win at signature cocktails, win at having a good time, win at impressing guests, win at making memories, win at making it look easy, win at leaving people wanting more.
LeBron, appreciate it.
Waste of time.
I like my decision.
Waste of time.
So what you're saying, there's still a chance he's coming back next year.
Yep.
Yes, sir. Good job out of him.
LeBron, there is zero chance that LeBron retires without a retirement tour.
Oh, 0 chance.
So we're going to know a year before he retires, unless something
He might
happens
tell us
to
2
him.
years in advance because
Yeah,
he
I
wants
mean-
that big of a retirement.
Yeah,
tour.
I mean,
Well,
listen,
he ain't waiting on Bryce, so. And Bryce is gonna be a freshman.
Bro, listen, I don't understand what. Listen, bro, you messed it up a little bit. You got your LA. You might as well go ahead and come. Listen, next year, finish this year out, get bounced in the first round. And once you get bounced in that first round,
talking about the
fam.
Cavs or
No,
the
I'm
Lakers?
talking about the Lakers. You get bounced in that first round.
That's what's
and,
gonna happen.
and come on right back over here
Did they get
and
a
post
center
up.
this offseason?
I
It
can
don't
already
even
picture
matter.
it.
DeAndre Ayton.
It don't even matter.
Get bounced in the first round.
Get bounced in the first round.
Middle
It
of
don't even
December,
matter.
Mike's going to be posting graphics about how the Cavs have the greatest offense in the history of the NBA.
It's coming.
And then
We were
gonna
talking
lose early
about
again.
the Browns. The Cavs was on what 17-0, and the last team to do this won the NBA championship.
Hey, listen.
Those stats are all fraudulent.
Hey, ho.
The game has changed too much.
Here's what we're not gonna do.
Yeah.
I don't have time to be. We just watch. The Guardians ain't playing no more. The Browns, I don't know what they doing. We scoring under 17 points a game.
You say we can't poo-poo.
We
You're
got to
right.
still give it time.
We gotta
under
pretend it matters.
under no circumstances. I'm not about to fast forward. I got to watch something.
We
bro.
gotta, man.
Come on,
You're
Dustin.
right.
I can't go to no games.
You're
I mean,
right.
What we doing?
I can't do 2 hours on the Browns every day.
Wood, bro.
We used to do 5 hours on the Browns every day. I wanted to blow. I'm not sure.
Easy, big fella. But here's the thing, man.
Do you drink Hennessy? Y'all ever had?
Man,
Hennessy?
I listen. Hennessy, man.
Well, you black, so
I'm
you had
black.
it for sure. Never mind. Dustin,
Before I gave up the booze,
you had Hennessy before?
No, I wasn't a brown liquor guy.
Did you ever have Hennessy before?
Man, I drank.
I don't
E&J.
drink though.
I drank E&J.
Never?
I mean,
Steel
in
Reserve.
college.
Handful of times.
Wild Irish
every once in a
Rose.
You
while,
drank
but
Wild
not
Irish Rose?
Mad Dog 2020.
Man.
King Cobras.
Four Loko?
Four Locos. Sparks. What else did I listen, bro? 7 and 7s. Jameson.
Mike, you drink Hennessy, haven't you?
I got a funny.
What you're
Hennessy
saying is
story
you
real quick.
basically drink anything.
Anything.
The,
Natty Lights. Whatever.
You off the hook.
It was like 3 weekends ago. I met up with some friends. They were already at the bar we were going to, and I walk in, see my one buddy's like, "What's up, dude? Hey, I'm getting around to shots. What do you want?" I said, "Whatever you want." Shout out to JY. He comes back with Hennessy. Have you ever taken a shot of Hennessy when you have no idea what you're drinking?
Yeah,
It does not hit well.
Yeah, dude, a shot of anything brown liquor.
It did not
Do
sit
you like
well.
getting drunk?
Of
I'm
course.
not a big drinker, but yeah, I like drinking.
Yeah, bro.
I'm not a
listen.
casual drinker though. If I'm gonna drink,
If I'm going in. Listen, back in the day, we used to I can't even tell the story, man. People we would be doing stupid stuff. We'd be like, man, we get done with a game, your body be hurting, you take Tylenol PMs and chase that with some E&J.
You know what's crazy? Is that I will go the rest of my life and not know what none of this means. Like what
He's never had
never
alcohol.
drinking in my
Good
life.
for you. It's not worth it.
Yeah,
It's mostly gross.
Drink-
It makes you feel like
I will
crap.
never know.
Drink responsibly.
Yeah.
Don't get
Yes.
crazy. But I mean, I'm a first ballot Hall of Famer. I mean, I went to OU.
Isn't that the biggest oxymoron? Drink
Natty
responsibly.
Light.
Hey, listen, we was doing.
E&J.
Hey, and here's the great thing about white people, man. When you drink at a white school, it's different. Like white dudes just is born with it. Like they be outside with flip flop sandals, a backwards Woody hat, and a gray T-shirt doing keg stands. And it's like, bro, it's 12 o'clock.
You ever did a keg stand?
Heck yeah.
So are you surprised that LeBron
Flip
teased
cup,
out
beer
something
pong,
like this and ended up
quarters?
being a Hennessy ad bowl?
I assumed it was going to be something useless.
Flip cup? You out there playing flip cup?
How am I
Somebody held your legs up.
Case races all the time. Right, hands right, ankles all over my head, bro. Pause.
Beer bongs?
Yeah, all that. What are you talking about?
Shotgun a beer?
What do you mean? What do you mean? First ballot, bro. When you are a black dude from the city and you go, and I went to OU. OU
you was with them snow bunnies.
Bro, it changed your whole. You'd be like, hold on, this is what y'all doing.
You was playing in the snow,
bro. Listen, it wasn't nothing but blizzards. What are you talking about, bro? Listen, you come back with a whole lot of experience.
About white girls or cocaine?
See,
or all above.
Nah, we ain't talking about no booger sugar now. We ain't talking about that.
I didn't do anything. You'll never prove it.
Oh my Lord, we are off the rails.
Yes, we are. Now go ahead.
Before we get to super chats, there's one other thing I wanted to bring up. Bull, you and I talked about this yesterday. It was that Jose clip from a podcast that started making its way around social media. It's from before the season.
Yeah, people were asking us about that.
It was before the season.
So people were tweeting, out to explain, people were tweeting at Mike and I with this video of Jose Ramirez being, I don't know who he's being interviewed by. It's in Spanish. Mm-hmm. And the person that sent it to us said, Jose said he's going to want to ask to be traded. Now, I don't speak Spanish, so I was going to actually try to see if somebody could I have a friend who speaks Spanish.
Can you just plug it into ChatGPT?
I guess, but I was going to try to get it translated, and then Mike and I happened to talk, and he said, that's from 6 months ago, so I didn't even bother to find out, because
it made the rounds on social media. I even saw like Nick Wilson tweeted about it.
I don't know why people are making a thing of it now. It's 6 months old. Like, what even made it come up?
Well, I mean, if it just popped up and made its rounds again, because people don't look at the date on certain things. You know how
I guess that's it. You see a clip, like this morning I saw a clip of Bobby Knight, he's been dead a while, hasn't he?
Like 3 years.
Yeah, and it was, Bobby Knight was asked, who's the greatest basketball player of all time? No.
Best segment you guys ever used to do?
Yeah.
Dead or Alive.
Oh, yeah.
I love
one
that
of the greatest segments.
We did Radio Gold. We did Radio Gold. We got to bring it back.
It's alive.
Yeah. But we actually had it sponsored for like 6 months.
We had a
mortuary.
A mortuary sponsored it?
Yes.
Crematorium.
Crematorium.
That's awesome.
That was it.
That's awesome.
It was awesome. It was a great segment.
It was.
Yeah.
Man. We had a lot of fun with that segment.
But where was I going with this?
I don't know. David Bowie's dead. Couldn't handle the pressure.
A lot's changed since that Jose clip. Like, you could say nothing's changed because the situation is the same, but a whole season went by. So how Jose feels now compared to how he felt.
I know what I was going to say. I was seeing it because these clips, you don't know how old they are. I knew this was old because Bobby Knight's dead. But I saw a clip of Bobby Knight. I had never seen it before. And somebody was asking him, some guy reporter was asking him, is LeBron the greatest player of all time? And so I don't know. This was probably 5 or 6 years ago. He looked at the reporter like it was the dumbest question he's ever been asked.
Because Michael?
He goes, Michael Jordan is the greatest basketball player ever. It's not even close. And whatever. Like, what I hate is the people say it's clearly one or the other. There's no way you can prove that one's better than the other. It's stupid to say. Everybody's entitled to their opinion. You can think whoever's better, but when you say I'm 100% right, and you're 100% wrong, that's dumb.
That's what I wish it was. I wish it was like a sports heaven where like you can like go somewhere and be
ranked.
I always want to see.
There is.
I always wanted to see Michael in his prime versus LeBron in his prime. Or I wanted to see Mike Tyson versus Floyd or something like. You can actually get that to happen and like watch the fight.
And it's also like, what rules are you playing with? Right? The game is so different.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like they translate either way.
I agree, but if you're playing the rules now, like,
they're gonna shoot a bunch of threes now.
So I'll give you this, and this would be a nice little bow on this, because Bull, you always talk about you like hip hop music of your era. Yeah, statistics shows and psychology shows that in your formative years, which are your middle years, from 18 to 13 to 22. Those are the most impactful times of your life. So from that age group, whatever was going on, whether it's shoes, video games, who you talk to, cologne, your best basketball player, you will have a natural affinity to that no matter what happens. Nostalgia that's part of your history.
Yeah, I like music. I like rap music from when I was a kid. I don't like the rap music now. But it's really not just rap music. It's pretty much all music. I like all music.
It's your soundtrack.
From when I was a kid.
It was a soundtrack to your life.
I like very little new music.
So it's kind of hard.
I'm not saying it's bad. It's just not my cup of tea.
All right, guys, let me get super chats in because I have the video that G. Bush alluded to earlier that I want to play for you guys at the end so we can react to it.
What video?
About Shedeur and Tanny Pickett
Oh,
talking.
permission slips.
Nice
let me get the super chats, then we'll get that at the end. The Hot Saucer says, did any of you guys catch Mike Tirico announcing the fan that caught Josh Allen's pass and took off?
I mean,
he was gone.
It was really well done. And it was
I didn't see it.
You see what happened?
No.
Josh Allen threw
So in
the
the
ball.
NFL, if you catch a pass in the stands, you're supposed to toss it back. The officials come over, get the ball, whatever.
Right.
But this guy caught
Unless
the ball.
a player gifted to you.
What?
Yes. So this
Josh
guy
Allen threw the ball in the stands.
This guy caught it. He threw it under his shirt. And he just ran up the stairs and probably to his car. And it was
and this is like in the first quarter.
One of the greatest, smartest moments I think I've ever seen from a fan. Because
why do fans have to get the ball back? That's ridiculous.
Because they're expensive balls. I mean, they're
what?
No, they're not.
It's $1 billion league.
He got up there.
$150.
It was cool though. It was a cool moment.
Yeah.
But
anyway,
Goober 216 says, I'm definitely pulling up the Sweet Pork Wilsons to talk stuff about Bedford. Hope you're there, Tyvis.
Wait, hold on.
Whoa. Wait a minute.
Why is Tyvis not going to be there?
Yeah, I'm not
Tyvis
going
won't
to
be
be
there,
there. That's
unfortunately. You should still come, though.
You better watch
I might show
watch
up for a
your
little
mouth.
while. Wait a second. Is there any more follow-up on that story?
It was
he got away.
Tirico actually
ball.
saw him catch the ball, and he did the play-by-play of him, and he's running up the stairs. It was like a Kevin Harlan type of thing.
Yes, that's
but
awesome.
it was actually with the visual.
And it's crazy because
great.
he ran past security, and they didn't know if they should stop him or not. They probably should have.
And there was a guy walking up the stairs that was wearing a Josh Allen jersey. He's like, and he's got a lead blocker in Josh Allen.
I got to say, I'm so irritated by the fact
that you got to get a ball back.
Can't keep the full. That's a effing disgrace.
It is. Next one. The Hot Saucer says, has anyone ever seen Stefanski upset? Every game coaches are fired up on the sidelines, but we only see him with his bland face.
He's been exasperated
I've seen him upset.
Triz says, hot take, maybe Deshaun is good, but it's a bad system.
See, here we go.
I don't know
this
about
is what
it,
you've
yeah.
invited.
I shouldn't
This
have
is what we've invited.
I shouldn't have said it.
Aaron Snyder says, rather than betting my usual $20 on the Browns to win, I'm donating to the group UCSS that isn't afraid to speak the truth. We appreciate that, Aaron.
We appreciate that.
The Hot Saucer says, would we be better off if we had let Stefanski go at the end of last season and let Vrabel take over?
I would say yes. It's hindsight's 2020. I like Mike Vrabel.
Jay's obsessed with Vrabel too.
I like
He's
Vrabel.
fine.
I like him.
Go Bucks.
Let's be fair, he hasn't won squat.
Go Bucks.
He was the number 1 seed in the AFC one year and lost in the first round of the playoffs. So
Vernell Jackson.
Wasn't Ryan Tannehill the quarterback?
Yes.
Okay.
That was quick.
Got him to the number 1 seed.
You gotta be quicker. You gotta be
Vernell
quicker.
Jackson has 2 super chats. The first, the Browns are 4-20 in their last 24, and Bull is sitting here defending him. They can't score 20 points, can't throw for 200 yards in a passing league.
Kevin.
I defended Kevin?
No, you did not defend Kevin, but
maybe you defended.
Vernell also says quarterbacks with great ball placement make receivers seem open when they're not. That's what Shedeur does. These other quarterbacks on the roster don't throw catchable passes. See Peyton Manning, Tom Brady. Miss Bell 70 says, what quarterbacks has Stefanski developed? How many more years do you give him to lose? If he's a quarterback guru, why think a 40-year-old was with fewest OTA reps was his best option?
Nobody here is calling him a quarterback guru.
Scott Fazakis says, would you rather have the Browns or Ohio State's offense?
Come on, man.
Go Bucks.
Come on, man.
Could the Ohio State offense really be better than the Browns now?
Go Bucks.
So this is funny.
Julian Sands not an NFL.
Go ahead. Tell him.
They got JJ now.
Tell
Go
them the
Bucks.
levels.
They got 2 first-round picks.
Tell the
wide receiver
Tell them it's levels to this.
Go Bucks.
Yeah, it's levels.
Yes.
Come on, don't do that. Don't do
They
that.
got 2 first-round picks at receiver.
Dude. I mean, come on.
Myles Garrett would against Ohio State. Myles Garrett would just he'd be in. Come on,
he would be in the backfield.
Well, to be fair, I think
the question was just the offense.
Yeah, it's just the offense.
Yeah. Obviously, as a whole team, the Browns would kill Ohio State, but
go Bucks.
You should say skill position.
I would say right now, I mean, the Browns would be better off having the Ohio State wide receivers.
Yeah, skill position. Yes,
sure.
Yes.
Like
Devon Hayward
they're better than what we have right now.
Yeah. Today.
Devon Hayward
That
says
one
it's a big
position,
circus.
Yeah.
Corn Pop says, the sad part about it, fellas, is that the Haslam's crocodile skin dress shoes wearing son-in-law is the future owner of this team, and he scares me more than Jimmy. Dude's always arguing with fans on Twitter.
That's disturbing on many levels.
Hey, Tyvis, you be quiet.
And by the way, if he's the owner of the team after, then the Haslams are even a bigger disgrace than I thought they were.
Who do you think was going to be the
Kirk
owner?
How about their own daughter? Why would you give it to her husband and not your own child?
I mean, that's the succession plan.
It'll go to the daughter, and he just handles the business.
Why?
Hey, listen, that's their business.
Why?
It's their business, first off.
Thank you. It's a succession plan.
That's sexist.
I'm just waiting until about the 15th where I get paid.
Whatever you want to pass it down. Dustin, how dare you?
You watched the show. You watched the show on HBO?
Succession, right?
Yeah, the son was an idiot. I didn't watch that show. I couldn't get into it.
Oh, it's a good show. It's a good show.
I couldn't watch it because the kid playing the son that was supposed to take over was such a nitwit. I couldn't believe ever that he was ever going to take over, and I couldn't get over that. And I couldn't.
Did he take over?
I never finished the show, actually.
Yeah.
Did the son take over, G?
He took over.
I watched
a little
like 4 or
bit.
5 seasons of it, though.
There was not a single likable character. I couldn't watch it.
All right, next one. Kirk Davis says, I don't know if y'all remember, but my wife is supposed to make you guys bracelets. She wants to know if you have a P.O. box or something, and Tyvis is going to make you an Ohio State one.
yeah.
Kirk, Anthony's going to reply to you with an address to send that to.
Nice. I like it.
Go
Thank you,
Bucks.
Kirk.
I appreciate
thank you,
that.
Kirk. Triz says, there's some Browns folks clamoring for Dante Moore. In my opinion, he isn't better than the current rookies on the roster.
Who's Dante Moore?
The Oregon quarterback. He looked just like he's a taller Dillon Gabriel.
Everybody's grasping at straws right
pretty
now.
good.
I feel
He
like.
He went into Happy Valley and tore him up.
He's 14. He got 14 touchdowns, 1 pick on the season.
And he's athletic. I don't know.
He reminds me of a taller Dillon Gabriel.
He's got something because he was very calm and poised in that game, and you don't just go into that environment if you don't have something.
Yeah.
Dragon the Abandoner says the best 2 quarterbacks in 26 are playing each other this weekend. Just watch the Indiana-Oregon game.
Fernando Mendoza
and,
versus Dante Moore, too.
Bill Rodewald says this Gabriel-Sanders competition is going into next year. Draft receivers and an offensive line. Vernell Jackson says, don't matter who's in the slot when your quarterback can't work the middle of the field. That is shrimp-sized, self can't see. Just play 12 for crying out loud. James Mace Jr. said the problem is Kevin doesn't believe in Jerry, so he will never tell him that. Bill Rodewald says Jeudy's salary is 26th among the receivers. That's about right. The Morning Coffee says the receivers are checked out with this ridiculous quarterback carousel. Put Shador in and lead the team to the wild card while the AFC North in shambles.
I tell you what.
I would if he get the wild.
When Shador get his opportunity, it's one or two things is gonna happen. It's gonna be really good, and it's gonna be a bunch of people that's like, "See, we told you."
Oh, I'm sure everybody will handle it very well.
Either way,
it's going.
Either way, all hell gonna break loose.
Yeah, like that's
all hell gonna break loose.
Crazy to me.
All hell gonna break loose.
What's going to happen, of course, is that you either have to say he's fantastic or he's horrible. You're not allowed to say anything in between.
Listen,
when we know it's going to be somewhere.
You know
in between,
what we say in Chicago. Listen, this is 60. If you on 63rd, we ain't doing it. Listen, you got to pick a side.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
I'm not picking a side.
All right, next up, Derek Waldmiller says we can tell what media members get paid off.
No media members get paid off. 0.
Vernell Jackson says they wasted the entire. Vernell Jackson says they wasted.
You said it.
Vernell Jackson says they wasted the entire OTAs in preseason, giving Pickett and Flacco those reps.
That is correct.
RG3 and Kirk Cousins in the same draft, but they played the best guy regardless. Management sucks. Miss Bell says developing Dillon, a supercomputer, is not already developed. Reggie the Bug Glover says you guys are right. Stefanski is in his own head with play calling as a coach. Can you penalize the receivers like Denzel did? And remember the Titans, drop a pass, run a mile. Derek Waldmiller says 4 was top 5 before Kevin's sister. Baker top 5 now after.
Woo.
Morning Coffee said Dillon ran 5 yards. Vernell Jackson says, I said before, what quarterback has Kevin whispered to? James Mace says, I hope the Browns don't waste Quinshawn like they did Joe, Nick, and Miles. DJ Step One says, word on the street is Jimmy Haslam is trying to book Pete Hegelith to do a pregame speech for the Steelers.
Heg Seth. That's funny. Wouldn't help. But
Morning Coffee says Shador beat them quarterbacks in camp preseason until they put the replacements in the last game. This is crazy. Trade Shador. Kirk Davis says, I swear she was taking shots at Shador. Am I wrong? Morning Coffee said, Shador fans keep typing in Shador Sanders trade until he's gone. Make it viral. This offense is boring. Reporters going with the flow. We need the free 12. Mike Ricksecker says if the Browns had taken a flyer on Mac Jones, Daniel Jones, or Sam Darnold, how would they have done in Cleveland as compared to where they currently are?
Good question. What do you think, Bull? Better or worse?
Those guys would all be better than what you got here, or at least what we've seen so far. I mean,
yeah.
I'm not a big fan of any of them, but they're all better than what you got.
Next up, Miss Bell says, Aditi, grow how? Question. Flacco was it. Dillon is everything, but not expected to carry the team. That's called a forked tongue. It had to be who you knew. Next, I just lost the spot. Charles T says, Gab is Kevin in QB form, says nothing but cliche answers. Of course, Kevin. Oh, Gabriel is Kevin in QB form, says nothing but cliche answers. Of course, Kevin likes him. Cornrow Bull would have more Kev pushback to Aditi.
Cornrow Bull.
Redmo Sensei says he sent us the clip about Shador. We'll play that in a sec. The Hot Saucer says, random thought, Dustin. I randomly remember when Jermaine Whitehead threatened you and got released the next day.
Whitehead.
And Stack said,
yeah, he did.
is it time to trade David? He's frustrated after every game and his blocking seems to get worse. Here's the clip. Ant, you ready? This is the clip that G. Bush referred to earlier.
You just wanted to throw it deep, no matter what. Yeah, I did. Because in the huddle, I was like, hey, now, if they press, be ready to go deep. I want a deep ball. What's it? You just wanted to throw it deep, no matter what. Yeah, I did. Because in the huddle, I was like, hey, now, if they press, be ready to go deep. I want a deep ball.
He whispered, you gotta ask.
What's it?
What was that?
He whispered, you got to ask.
He's like, you got to ask.
You got to ask.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm sorry to hear there, but that's what he said?
Yeah.
Okay, that's wild.
Yeah. Is that kind of
wild.
crazy?
That's wild.
Like that ain't, that don't, time to start.
You got to ask Daddy.
Yeah, hey, can I stay out till 9 o'clock?
You better ask your dad.
You ask your Dang.
All right, we'll see you on Overtime, Ultimate Cleveland Sports Show.
Peace.
Are you?